Hey guys, how are we doing here? Welcome to the last call OOTP show. This is Max LP80. We are starting the Silver Soriee tonight. We are starting a little later to accommodate to accommodate franchise here. Just here hearing what's going on because I can't hear anything in my set. So bear with me here. There we go. So I'm also messing with some things here as I go. Um there. All right, so I will mess with this part of it later. But either way, so we're gonna start right away. I started later also for this array and also to get more of the open low cap into the stream today. We will also go over the silver cards that were dropped today in Baseball Reference 4. But how is everyone doing this wonderful morning? As it's now 12:14 where I'm at. I've had my first cup of coffee, so this will be a better start. We are facing, if I remember right, we are facing the Mason Comets today. Jamie Moore will be on the mound to go against Harry Dorsch for the Mason Comets. As for the tournament tree itself, D Block is facing a very tough team in the Peninsula Whips. Franchise number 2 is facing the Tuscaloosa Tacos. The potential matchup if D Block can get by Peninsula in round 3. The Llamas will be facing the Mud Hens. I am in the same side of the bracket as the other Learned League Llamas. So there are potential matchups here that could be very. We can probably watch in between if I get knocked out or anything. We've been pretty good lately. There is one change in the roster. Bobby Bonds is off the roster, and Bob Fothergill is in his spot playing right field. That is the only change that I've made for the roster today. Just decided to go with the better contact hitter, and he's a little slightly better in range. So more and more, I'm going with less commentators here and just going with the best player I have. So here we go, game 1 between the Mason Comets and the Bonnie Lake LPs. We're gonna just jump right into it. All right, so here's game 1's highlights. And as I'm watching, that is absolutely hilarious. Um, so here we are. We're gonna start in the top of the first here. Jake Stahl's up to face Harry Dorsch. There is one out. Bob Fothergill's at second. So here's the pitch from Harry Dorsch. And that is a base hit to right field. Fothergill looking to score. The throw home is not in time. So the LPs jump out right away in the top of the first, and they're up 1-0. And that will bring Larry Gardner up into the box for his first at bat. Gardner, very, very good against right-handers, very good contact hitter, facing Harry Dorsch, who's he's not the greatest guy. He's not the greatest person. Doesn't have a whole lot of stamina, um, but he has enough to just get by. He's probably not a number 1 starter in this tournament. But here's the pitch from Dorsch. It's a ground ball to the pitcher. Dorsch throwing the first, and it's an error on the first baseman. So that is an error E1. Stahl scores on the error. Gardner goes to second on the air, and it's now 2-0 LPs as Dave Nielsen comes to the plate. Nielsen, a lefty, facing the righty Dorish. Here's the pitch to Nielsen, and it's a fly ball to right field. It's high, it's deep, and it will fly away. Home run for Dave Nielsen, and we're still in the top of the first here with 2 out, and Bonnie Lake is up 4-0. Great start for the LPs as Jamie Moore enters the mound here. He has 4 runs of support already. Gene Monterville will lead off on the first pitch. Here's the pitch. That's a fly ball to left field, and Moyer already allowing home runs. A home run to DeMonterville, and it's now 4-1. It may be one of those games where no pitching is optional. Okay, so already it's 4-1. We've seen one plus innings of work. Just adding something right here because I just added Firefox. All right, so here we go. So the LPs add 2 in the top of the second. It's now 6-1 LPs here. Yeah, it's 6-1 LPs here. Frank Torrey's at first base. Jeremy Smith is at the plate while Sam Rice is over at second. Nobody out here. Here's the 0-1 offering from Moyer. That's ground ball to the shortstop. The throw to second is good, but there is no relay. But there's one away. Runners are now at the corners as Wayne Cossey comes to the plate. It's now in the bottom of the 6th. Mason did score 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th. Nobody out here. Jeremy Smith over at first. Here's the pitch from Moyer. Ground ball to third. The throw to second is good. The relay is in time. 5-4-3 double play. The best friend for a pitcher, and there's 2 away. And that will bring Barney McCoskey to the plate to face Moyer. McCoskey not very good against left-handed pitching. This is a favorable matchup for Moyer. Moyer's 1-0 pitch. It's a fly ball to right, and just like in OOTP RNGs, home run for the lefty on a lefty. And it's now 6-4 as Mason is catching up in this after a 6-1 deficit to start. But now we go to the top of the 7th. The LPs are threatening here with Ha-Sung Kim at second base. Casey Candale over at first. Ed Halicki has entered the game for the Mason Comets. Fothergill up the bat here, already paying dividends in the replacement of Bobby Bonds. Here's a pitch from Halicki. Fly ball to left field. This has enough. It's off the wall. 1 run is in. 2 runs will come in. Fothergill heading for third, and he is safe. So 2 RBI triple for Fothergill, and he's already paying dividends again as it's 8-4 LPs now. So we go to the bottom part of the 7th inning. Bob Tewksbury pitching for the LPs. Sam Rice is at the plate with Jim Russell at second base. There's 2 out. And here's the 1-1 pitch. And that's a well-hit ball to right. That's going to go into the alley and off the wall. 1 run will score. Rice heading for third to try to leg out a triple, and he will be safe. So it's now 8-5. LP still on top here. And that's all they would get in the 8th. So we go to the top of the 9th. Halecki's still in the game. Casey Candale is up. Here's the pitch to Candale. And that's going to be a base hit to center. So Candale on with a single here. And that will bring Bob Fothergill to the plate. Fothergill looking to add some insurance runs here. Vince DiMaggio is now over at first with 1 out. Here's the pitch to Fothergill. That is A ground ball and threw for a wild animation base hit. I don't know what you want to call that there. That was kind of crazy. So now the bases were loaded. They did not score. So Tewksbury is going to look to close this out. It's 8-5 LPs over Mason. Steinbeck leading off the bottom part of the ninth inning with Russell and DeMonterville due up. Here's the pitch to Steinbeck. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. So Steinbeck with a leadoff single, and that will bring up Jim Russell. The pitch to Russell. And he pops him up. Be easy play for the catcher Garver. Or I'm sorry, Nielsen, and he has it. 1 away. There's now 2 away. Tewksbury looking to close this out. Ha-Seong Kim is at the plate. Joe Judge is over at first. Here's the pitch from Tukes. That's a ground ball to third. Should be easy play to first, and they get the play completed. The Bonnie Lake wins game 1 of the series, 8-5. The LPs had 8 runs on 10 hits, while the Mason Comets had 11 hits, but were only able to get 5 runs. The LPs pretty much had it from the beginning when they jumped out to a 6-1 lead. Jamie Moore gets the win despite giving up 5 earned runs. He did have 9 hits and 1 walk. He did strike out 7. Allowed 2 home runs, 1 to DeMonterville and 1 to McCoskey. Tewksbury, 2 1/3 scoreless innings. Just close it down for the LPs. Harry Dorsch will get the loss. He gave us 6 hits, 6 runs, 3 earned due to the error from himself. 3 Ks, and he gave up the home run to Nielsen in the first inning that gave him the 4-0 lead. Bob Fothergill, 3 for 5 in his return to the roster with a triple, a double, and 2 RBIs. All right, so game 2 is coming in pretty soon here. D-Block got the win against Peninsula, so Peninsula's on the ropes here. The Stogies lost their game, and the other team, the Llamas, won theirs. So everybody's still in, while franchise has 2 teams in this. So it's going to be Jakey May against Brett Saberhagen in game 2. All right, so game 2 of the Spore Silver Soriee. That is absolutely nuts. All right, so here we go. Game 2 between the Mason Comets and the LPs. I'm going to bring the highlights here. And we're going to start in the bottom of the third. There's no score. Comets yet to get a hit. Jakey May is pitching to Jake Stahl as Bob Fothergill's over at first base. There's 2 out. Here's the 3-1 pitch from May. That's a line shot to the gasoline sign in right center field. It's a base hit all the way to the wall. Runner looking to score. Stahl heading for third. It's an RBI triple for Stahl as Fothergill comes in to score. And once again, Bob Fothergill jump-starting the offense. It's 1-0 here in the third. Stahl would later score, so it's now 2-0 as we go to the top of the fourth. Gene DeMonterville at second. There's 1 away for Sam Rice. Saberhagen on the mound here. Here's a pitch from Saberhagen. It's a ground ball and through for a base hit. Runner heading to score. DeMonterville is safe, even though the throw beat him, but tag wasn't applied. So Mason cuts into this lead. It's now 2-1 in the fourth. But that's all they would score as we go into the bottom of the fourth here. Vince DiMaggio will lead off against Jakey May. Here's the pitch from May. That's a fly ball to right field. That is high. That is deep, and it will fly away. Home run for Vince DiMaggio, his first, and it's now a 3-1 lead for the LPs. We're now on the bottom of the fifth. It's 3-1. LPs, 3 runs on 5 hits. The Mason has 1 run on 2 hits here. So, here's the pitch. That is a base hit over the third baseman. 1 run will be in. Runners heading for second and third. They're both safe. Runner looking to score. Garver will score. It's a 2 RBI double for DiMaggio, and it's now 5-1 LPs as they're starting to pull away from this. They would score 2 more in the 6th. Mason would score in the 6th and the 7th. So it's now 7-3 in the top of the 8th. Saberhagen's still in this game, 1 away, but runners are at second and third. They're threatening here with Wayne Kazi up. Here's the pitch to Kazi. And that's a fly ball to left. It's caught. Tagging up is Kim. He will score. It's now 7-4 LPs in the 8th. We go to the top of the 9th. It is 7-4. Leo Keeley is pitching for the LPs. Jim Russell at the plate. It's a full count. Last chance here for the Mason Comets in this series. Here's a pitch from Keeley. And it's a base hit to the line and into the corner in right field. So Russell will be on with a double. And that will bring Nathan Eovaldi into the game and Gene Monterville to the plate. So it's going to be the righty Eovaldi against the righty de Monterville. Here's the pitch to de Monterville. And then he pops him up. It should be an easy play for the right fielder Fothergill. He makes the catch, and they will advance to round 2 as Bonnie Lake wins 7-4 over Mason. Brett Saberhagen goes 7 2/3 innings, gives up 7 hits, walks 1, and strikes out 4. He allowed 4 runs, 3 of them earned on the one because of the error from Casey Cannondale, and Mitch Garver had another pass ball. Oh dear Lord. Someone teach this guy how to not allow balls to go by him. Jake Stahl hit 500 in this series and had 4 RBIs. Vince DiMaggio had 4 RBIs and the home run. Outside Kim was their best hitter. He hit 375, 2 RBIs, but so did Sam Rice. That's absolutely crazy. But yeah, we're through into round 2. As for the rest of the tree, D block is through. There'll be a deciding game with the Stogies. And franchising 2 deciding games here. EVC's in a deciding game. Our next opponent will be the winner of the Edo Giants and the Lake Sage Otters. Edo Giants and the Lake Sage Otters. So it should be a favorable matchup here. Got about 13 minutes here, so we can go over some of these baseball reference cards while that goes. So all right, so we'll start off from the bottom here. We'll start with Crispy Young. Crispy Young is another right-handed hitter for center field. Center field is really, really weak. Like, it's really Devannon, Owen Wilson versus, I believe, Owen Wilson versus righties, and Phillips. Like, Cavern, Delfo Phillips. Young is usable versus lefties. The 114i it has some value there. He is very good in center field with the 98 range and the 92 arm. He is suspect to errors with the glove. I think he could be used in a platoon. But once again, center field is very, very weak. Probably not worth. He's probably not worth the 7K right now. He's usable, but only in a platoon situation. Hubado Kinemez, I think he's cranky with less control but better movement. Very high velocity, decent stamina. Um, he's also a good hitter, and he's potentially a two-way player with his batting ratings here. He might be. He's definitely a late silver ad. I think he's a late silver ad because of the no DH. Might not like as a fourth or fifth starter. We don't know how this shape's gonna um gonna go in actual in actual silver. I think he's a as of right now he's definitely a no DH ad. So that's late silver. It's yet I've yet to find out how he's gonna translate to modern. Mike Keegan is a right fielder. He can play first base. He's very good against right-handed hitting, so he can be used. He's definitely a silver nightmares type guy, low silver type bat. I really like his eye gap and BABIP versus righties, but he's barely like he has more power versus lefties. I think he's a usable bat too. Um, offensively, I mean defensively, he's okay. He can get by, but he's more known for his bat than he is for his defense per se. And if you're desperate, you can use him at first base. Now, Gio Gonzalez, I actually have something on Gio because we have 10 minutes before the next game. Let me go to the last silver I was in. Yes, I am a wizard, Liz. How are you doing? How was how's the racing at Road Atlanta? If it's anything like I saw this morning, oh dear lord, that was a circus. Um, I have not seen my clip, the clip that I did for you this morning, but holy crap, how'd that happen? Holy crap. Well, you're welcome, Liz. That's absolutely crazy. Um, I've got time. Let me see if I can bring that up. That's a very easy thing to bring up here. Looking for. Come on, Firefox. I brought you on for a reason, so I didn't have to use Chrome. You insulted my clip making game. So, Liz, I want to bring this up because I've only really made a few clips for other streamers. I made one for Rent a long time ago. He was doing golf. He wasn't doing his normal racing. And I had a perfectly timed soundbite to what he was saying. And it ended up in his intro. Like it's in its current intro. And that one got like over 1,000 views. So I'm still a novice when it comes to the clip making. But yeah, I'm actually part of Rentz's I don't know if he's changed his intro, but I am part of that intro. As for Geo, as I was sidebar, um Go. Yeah, here we go. It could have, Liz, but the way that your reaction to the whole situation made me go further into the clip because I don't think 30 seconds would have did that justice. Hey D Block, how you doing? So Geo for Seawit, because Seawit had this on stream. Geo did pretty good in his one start. I think he might be usable. More data needs to be used for Geo, but I think that's a good card. He's still on the fence about it. Oh yeah, I have to get that clip and go back into the Soriee while I try and find this clip. I cannot type. Liz will probably find this before me. Um oh, here we go. All right. So here's the clip that Liz made fun of me while I was watching this morning. Off 3 hours of sleep, Liz. I had 3 hours of sleep. Our second round matchup will be against. It'll be against Ito. So Ito won game 3. D Block, you're still in. I believe you beat Peninsula. Good job on that. Um, so you're getting the Grizzlies. Franchise got through, so his llamas are facing the Mud Hens. Uh, yeah, I normally don't make that a 1 minute clip, Liz, but your reaction was priceless. I had to. So back. Oh, that's absolutely awesome. But over to the remaining two guys from these new cards. Mike Cameron is another right-handed hitter that kills lefties. We have enough of those. We need a guy that can actually take on right-handed pitching. He's a really good card. I really like him. Yeah, I don't have I don't have a source for to show the actual clip on stream, so that's why I put the I put the link because I'm a professional. And yeah, that was the most priceless thing. At I think it was about 9 o'clock my time this morning, and I just woke up from a 3 hour sleep after doing the stream. Nick Castellanos, I think he's a great hitter, good fielder. I think he's an ad. I think you can add him. I was standing. I think he's a good ad. He might be the. I think he might be the better ad than Cameron because of what Cameron does. But I don't have any of these cards yet to really test them out. I think, but I'm definitely getting the Geo, and I'm definitely getting the Castellanos, and I'm probably gonna get the Hubal Aldo Jimenez and use him in late silver with no DH. I still got 26 minutes, but D Block, if I get knocked out, I might do one of your games if you're still in. There was a potential that you faced franchise around 3, but his Stuggies decided to choke like usual. Just wanted to give him a hard time. Turn that down to ears. That's better. All right, so Ito is sending Tewksbury, Strom, and Consuerga. I'm sending Zachary, McGinty, and Hahn. Yeah, Hahn is a change. I debated on Consuerga to start as the fifth starter, but I'm gonna give Hahn a chance again. And if all else fails, I will use Evaldi if I had to break glass. So I have a lot more starters this time around than I did before. Just because I don't trust my starting pitching enough. That's better. All right, so about a minute here before game one shows up. See, now I'm gonna have to watch the clip again. Listen, I would blame you, but I can't. I caused this. This will at least take me to when the actual sim goes through. I still don't know how that car made it that far after running straight into him. Yeah. All right, so here we go. Game one between the Edo Giants and the Bonnie Lake LPs. Round two of the Spores Silver Soriee. It will be Bob Tewksbury on the mound for the Giants to go against Tom Zachary for the LPs. Yes, it's Zachary against Tewksbury. Now waiting for the chime of death, otherwise known as the sim is ready to go. I'm having an ADHD moment because like I have so many things going right now and I'm getting kind of distracted. I need to minimize that. Still keeping an eye on franchise here, just in case his Twitch decides to fail him again. Wow, it's taken a while to. Oh, there's our chime of death. Okay, so Bonnie Lake against Ito. Here is game one. We're going to start instantly in the bottom of the second here. Tom Zachary already in trouble with runners at first and second. It's a full count to Don Detmer. 1 out. Here's the pitch from Zachary. He strikes him out. Good fastball on the lower part of the plate, and it's 2 away. They were able to get out of that inning, so we go to the top of the third. Vince DiMaggio is over at first. Bob Fothergill, who's paid dividends for the LPs since being called on to the roster. Here's a pitch to Fothergill. And he comes through again with a line shot off the wall in right center field. Runner looking to score. He looks like he's going to score. Fothergill stays at second, but he gets the RBI double, and Bonnie Lake's up on Ito 1-0. We're going to stay in this top of the fourth. There's now 2 out. Runners at first and second. Gardner at second. Garver at first. Hassan Kim at the plate to face Tewksbury. Here's Tewksbury's offering, and that is going to be a base hit. Gardner looking to score, and he is safe. So game one here, and they're already up 2-0 here in the fourth. So we go to the bottom of the fifth. It's 2-0. Tom Zachary getting out of the early trouble and cruising right now, facing Don Detmer. Yes, curse incoming. Here's the pitch to Detmer. And did I not call it? Fly ball to left field. I need to stop doing that. Home run for Detmer. It's now 2-1 LPs. Oh, the commentator curse. Gotta love it. All right. So we go to the top of the 6. Oh yeah, you're in the winter. Yeah, can you send that cold over to me? Yeah, it's like still very, very humid and muggy over here, and I don't know why. Being up here in the north.
There's no crying. There's no crying in baseball.
There's no crying in baseball, D block, but there is crying in a OTP. You should know this already. Here's the pitch to Gardner with the runner on second, and that's gonna go over the center fielder and all the way to the wall. Run scores. It's now 3-1 on the double from Gardner. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 3-1. Matt Williams is on second. Tim Jordan's at the plate to face Tom Zachary. Here's the pitch from Zachary. That's a base hit down the right field line and all the way to the corner. Runner looking to score. He will score. Jordan in with a double, and it's now 3-2 LPs in the 6th. That will bring Travis Jackson to the plate. Here's the offering that's Jackson, and he pops him up. First baseman there. Stahl makes the catch, and they get out of the inning. So we go to the top of the 7th, and the LPs are up 3-2 over the Edo Giants. The LPs are now threatening as Bob Fothergill's over at third base. Jake Stahl is at first. Shelbo Fisher at the box to face Tewksbury. Here's Tewksbury's pitch. And that's a ground ball to third. The throw home is in time. 2 away. They get the lead runner, but that brings Larry Gardner to the plate. Here's the full count pitch from Guterman, who's now in. And he walks him. So now the bases are loaded. The bases are loaded, and Dave Nielsen will come to the plate. Guterman's really good against lefties. This should be a good matchup favoring the Edo Giants here, which means OOTP will actually get it right. Nielsen grounds out to the shortstop to get out of the inning, but the LPs remain up 3-2. As we go to the bottom of the 7th, one rebase up. There's 2 out here. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and he strikes him out. His 4th strikeout of the game. So we go to the top of the 8th, and it's 3-2 LPs. So Mitch Garver will lead off here. It's already 0 count. Chad Bradford in for the Giants. Here's the pitch to Garver. And that's going to be a base hit to right field. So Garver here with a leadoff single. And that's all they would get. Nice highlight, OOTP. As we go to the bottom of the 8th, Billy North will lead off against Zachary. Here's the pitch from Zachary. And that's a fly ball to right. And it's caught. Once again, the highlights are really coming in here for the LPs, or in general. So that brings Matt Williams to the plate. There's a 3-0 count. Here's the pitch from Zachary. And he walks him. So the tying run is on, and that brings Eric Davis. Here's the pitch to Davis. And he strikes him out. The 5th strikeout for Tom Zachary. And they go to the top of the 9th. The LPs are up 3-2. And Vince DiMaggio will lead off here at the top of the order. So it's DiMaggio, Fothergill, and Stahl due up. Bradford will stay in here. Here's the pitch to DiMaggio. And he gets a hold of one. Fly ball left field. And that will fly away. DiMaggio's 2nd home run. Just inside the foul pole. And now they get an insurance run. It's 4-2 Bonnie Lake in the 9th. That brings Bob Fothergill up to face Bradford. Here's the pitch to Fothergill. And that's going to be a base hit to left. So Fothergill adding to the offense here with the single. But that's all they would score as we go to the bottom of the inning. Tom Zachary looking to complete this game against Tim Jordan. It'll be Jordan, Jackson, and Detmer due up. Here's the pitch to Jordan. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. So it's a leadoff single here for Jordan. And that will bring Travis Jackson up. The pitch to Jackson. And he strikes him out. That's number 7 for Tom Zachary. And that brings Dom Detmer to the plate. Double play can end this. Here's the pitch to Detmer. Ground ball to short. The second, the relay. And the 6-4-3 is completed. Tom Zachary with the complete game as the LPs win 4-2 in game 1. So Tom Zachary, complete game, scattered 6 hits, 1 walk, struck out 7, only allowed the 2 runs. Tewksbury in the loss, gave up 9 hits, walked 2, 3 earned runs, 3 runs all earned, and he only struck out 1. Fothergill and Gardner each had 2 hits, or each had 3 hits. DiMaggio added 2 in the victory. Tim Jordan was 2 for 4 in the loss with one of the lone RBIs. As for D-Block is up 1-0 in his, and Franchise is in trouble over on the other side of the bracket. As for a potential matchup, 37 Crabs in a trench coat is up 1-0 over the Denver Lopes. I just wanted to say that name so badly. So badly. All right, so here comes game 2. It will be Brent Strom going against Joe McGinty in game 2. All right, so just waiting here. Hurry up, OOTP. Hurry up. How I feel about it right now. So we're going to do this game, and then we're going to have the ad. There should be enough time to get this game in before the ad's done. So I still have to fix that alert box. I cannot get rid of that chime. Once again, professional here. But if you do know how to get rid of that chime, please let me know, because that would fix a lot of my issues when it comes to that. All right, so here we go, our game 2 between the Giants and the LPs. We're going to start in the top of the 3rd here. No score. Byron Buxton over at 3rd. That may be the problem. Josh Fegley at the plate. I'm probably mispronouncing his name. Don't worry. He's not going to give a good card over to music lessons anyways. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a base hit to the alley in left center field. All the way to the wall. Runner looking to score. I think I got it to work. I saved the changes. Good. All right, whatever. Okay. So we're going to stay here. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. Bobby Bonds at the plate. Bobby Bonds probably coming to haunt me for making those decisions earlier. To bench him. Here's the pitch to Bonds. And that is a base hit to left. That's going to score 1. Maybe 2. The throw is not in time. So the Giants jump up here 2-0. Which settings, D-Block? So they add one more run. It's 3-0 now. So we go to the bottom of the fourth. Brent Strom facing Mitch Garver with Jake Stahl over at first base. Here's the pitch to Garver. That's a base hit to the alley in left center field. Stahl looking to run to third. Will he look to score? He will look to score. There's no throw, so it's now 3-1 Bonnie Lake as they cut into the lead here. Okay, I did go to alerts. So
what are you trying to say?
still doing it. Try that. Hearing. All right. So here we go. We're at Garver over at second here. Vince DiMaggio's up. Here's the pitch to DiMaggio. Still nobody out here. The 1-2 pitch. That's going to be base hit up the middle. Will Garver look to score? Garver looking for home. He changes his mind. So that puts the runners at the corners on the single from DiMaggio. And that brings up Don Pavlitic to the plate. Here's the pitch to the Don. Runner goes. The throw to second is in time. Why are you running? They ran themselves out of the inning. So we go to the bottom of the fifth. It's 3-1. Bill Sweeney at the plate to face Brett Strom. He represents the tying run, the pitch, and it is a base hit up the middle. That'll put runners at first and third. No, second and third, because Sweeney goes to second on the throw. And that will bring Jake Stahl the go-ahead run to the plate with 2 out. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And that is a ground ball to first. They get out of the inning, and the Giants will remain up 3-1. So we go to the bottom of the sixth. Garver will lead off here. Got the first pitch. Let's see if anything happens here with Garver against Strom. Here's the pitch to Garver. And he gets a hole in one. First pitch crushing. And that is way out of here. Fly away. And it's now 3-2. The LPs are coming back in this game here on the home run from Garver. So that brings Vince DiMaggio up. Can DiMaggio go back-to-back to tie it? Here's the pitch. And it's a base hit to the alley in left center field and off the sign in at the wall. DiMaggio heading for second, and he will be safe. So it's a stand-up double for DiMaggio, and the time runs now in scoring position to face the Don. Here's the pitch to Don. And that is a fly ball to center field. He'll make the catch. No tag up there. One away. To bring up Ha-Seong Kim to the plate. Here's the pitch to Kim. He walks him, so now there's runners at first and second for Casey Candale. The pitch to Candale. And that's a well-hit ball, but is caught by the left fielder, 2 away. Nice catch from Davis. And now bring Don Detmer with a chance to tie the game with a base hit. The pitch to Detmer. Fly ball to center field. And it is caught, so they get out of the inning. So we go to the top of the seventh. It's 3-2 Giants. The Giants do not score. Under alerts. So, edit alerts. Channel points. Your words. Change. Channel points. Channel points. I think I got it. Because I deleted the sound. Jesus. I even tried to delete the sound. I will mess with this at the break. So we've got the bottom of the seventh here. Bob Fothergill leading off against Brent Strom. Here's the pitch to Fothergill. And that is a base hit up the middle. So Fothergill with a leadoff single. And that will bring Bill Sweeney to the plate, representing the go-ahead run. Here's the pitch to Strom. And they'll get the force at first. So runner advances, and that brings Jake Stahl. Here's the pitch to Stahl. He walks. So 4-pitch walk, and that brings up Mitch Garver. Here's the pitch to Garver. Still 3-2 here. And that is a base hit through the right side. Runner looking to score. And he will. So it's tied at 3 here. They have clawed back from a 3-0 deficit. It's now 3-3. All right, so that brings the infield in. Shobo Fisher's at the plate. It is 3-3. LP's had 10 hits to finally get these 3 runs. Here's the pitch. So it's through the left side base hit. 1 run's in. 2 runs will come in. So it's now 5-3 as they had taken the lead. Yeah, it's not coming. Anyway, what we'll do here, I'm going to finish out this game. So here's McGinty pitching to Fisher. Here's the pitch to Fisher. And that's a base hit through the middle. All right, so that brings Showboat. So Showboat's on first. Here's Tim Jordan. Here's the pitch to Tim Jordan. And that's a ground ball to second. They'll make the throw to first, and they'll win this game 5-3. So what it is I will take a break here, and I'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome. At the moment, I'm in the middle of an ad. That was perfect timing. So guys, I will be right back. Alright, guys, I'm back. Just had to pick up some things here. Hearing myself because I was listening to franchise. Alright, so we did win game 2 here. So game 3 is in. To get caught up here. I've also been fighting alert issues when it comes to the channel redemption. So tournament wise, we're gonna face the Denver Lopes. I believe D Block's still in. Yeah, D Block has not lost yet. I've not lost yet. So sorry, franchise. Both your teams are now out. So our potential matchup won't work. So we're sitting here. We're in the 16. Denver Lopes against the LPs. How was your stream, by the way, franchise? How'd that sim go? Did it go like you expected? Jamie Moore will go in game 1 against Eparixi here. Then it's Strom against Han. And then Saberhagen against Roger Craig. We got 3 more minutes before this game goes. Once again, guys, thank you for coming in. Sorry about the well-timed ad break. Really? What was insane about it? I heard like 19 consecutive strikeouts in my ear. So I'm just trying to figure out, how my mic is deciding to do what it needs to do. That makes no sense. He never struck out more than 20 times in his career. Once again, guys, if you're not following Franchise Time Machine already, which I think most of you in here are, feel free to drop a follow. Help him out help out the affiliate here. Also, if you've not left a follow with me, feel free. I'll leave it up to you. As for a couple of things I wanted to bring up while I'm here, I've heard back about the affiliate. They're doing a whole bunch of stuff with the All-Star game, so I won't hear back until like a week or two, is what they had told me. As for the Thursday and Friday night streams, they will start a little later to accommodate franchise. D-Block, thank you for the gift sub, as he gives it to Doobie McNoobs. Thank you once again. Really appreciate your generosity, D-Block. So I am going to start later on Thursday and Friday to accommodate franchise if he streams. By starting later, that way me and him don't overlap. Next Saturday, there will be an iRacing stream. I'm gonna run not knowing like what time or which slot we're going to do. I am going to do the 24 hours of Spa with my racing team, and I will try to stream it if iRacing allows it. It's been taking a lot of my resources lately, so that's going to be an adventure. I will keep you informed, either probably most likely through stories and stuff like that, but I will keep you guys posted if there's a Saturday stream next week. So as we wait for round 3 here, I just wanted to get those out of the way. I will go back over the silver part of the baseball reference cards that came out today. Off first look, Ubaldo Jimenez would be a perfect non-DH pitcher. Like, he's an instant add to late silver 1. Yeah, the only reason why I haven't done it as much is not as many people are watching, and it's really tough for me to talk and drive at the same time because I'm usually in a Discord call with my team. But it also you get to see what I was originally doing before I decided to do this. It's not going to be pro level. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I do have a wheel. I do have a stand. I have pedals. I don't have rigs like some of these people had brought up in an, I believe it was um D-Box stream when they brought up my clips, because most of the clips I have are from iRacing. I have one OOTP clip, so I have to work on that. There's a couple clips I want to get off from the PTCS, mainly from the calls on in round 2 and round 3. I also now have a Discord. I have adjusted my Discord because I had one before. Not very many people used it, but now I've incorporated OOTP into it. Exclamation point Discord will bring up the link. Still very new. Still very like. It's still a work in progress, but it's something that I could start with now. But here it is, game 1 between the Bonnie Lake LPs and the Denver Lopes. There's the link right there. So we're going to start off in the top of the first here. Bill Sweeney's at first base. Jake Stahl will come into the box to face Epa Rixey. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Well hit ball to left field. It's high, it's deep, and it will fly away. Home run for Jake Stahl, and Bonnie Lake has jumped up to a 2-0 lead here in the first. That is Stahl's first home run of the postseason, but we remain in the top of the first still. Only one out. Runners at second and third. Mitch Garver and DiMaggio on the base pass. The Don up to face Rixey. Here's the pitch to the Don, and that's a line shot to right field. That's going to go into the corner and right. 2 runs will certainly score. Pavlovich in with a double, and it's now 4-0 LPs in the top of the first. They would later put up a 7 spot in the first, add 1 in the second. So it's now 8-2. Denver did get 2 in the first, despite giving up a touchdown to the LPs in the first. So here we are, Tewksbury in the game mercifully for the Lopes, facing Jake Stahl. Here's the pitch to Jake Stahl. And he gets a hold of another one. This is the straight center, and it is fly away. 9-2 on the second home run from Jake Stahl. And they're pulling away with this one so far. But as you know, this is OOTP's RNG. Anything is possible. It's now 10-2 as we go to the top of the 7th. LPs with a field goal here. Fothergill will come to the plate to face Tewksbury. Kim is at second base. Here's the pitch. And he gets in a hold of one. That is a no-doubter, and that will fly away. So Fothergill's first home run of the postseason, as he continues to do well as the new ad. It is now 12-2 Bonnie Lake. Oh, geez, they have started already. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. Jamie Moyer's still in this game. He gave up the early runs in the first, and he has put up 0 since. Here's the pitch to Iannetta. And he gets in the pop-up. This should be a decent play for Garver. And he does make the catch. So Bonnie Lake wins this in an absolute blowout. 12-2 on 18 hits. So we're going to game log this first inning here. So Rixey gave up. Got Fothergill the ground out. Sweeney bunted his way on at first. Stahl homered. Garver singled. DiMaggio doubled. Garver went to third. Don doubled in Garver and DiMaggio. Kim singled to score the Don. Candale got into a fielder's choice. Detmer doubled home Candale. Fothergill got back up in the inning, singled home Detmer. Sweeney came in, singled home Fothergill. And Swerga comes in and Stahl flies out. So they batted around in the first. Jake Stahl is now hitting 400 with 2 home runs and 7 RBIs. The top of the order for the LPs have combined for 5 home runs and 18 RBIs. They've only allowed 16 runs. Jamie Moore did go the distance in the victory, only giving up 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, struck out 6, and walked 1. So we go into game 2, and it'll be Brett Strom, who's done very well for Denver, to go against Brett Saberhagen in what is believed to be a good matchup for these two teams. All right, so and we are watching the Soriee franchise. I just caught that last one. Yes, we have the Soriee going right now. You know, it always helps if I have way too many windows going right now. Forgive me. All right, that's what I need. All right, so game 2 coming here about 3 minutes. I really like this Ubaldo Jimenez card. He's not, I don't know how the pitching is going to go with that shape, but those batting ratings, I didn't catch it in the stream, but he's probably going to be a great cap player. He's definitely going to be a great cap player if he can use them both ways. He's going to be late silver for sure until they late silver for sure here, as it's no DH. Anything with no DH, he's a must add. Gio Gonzalez, I saw him, see what used him because he pulled him. He did quite well. I don't know what he did later on, and I'll see the data later. But this is a better version of the Kershaw bronze, I think, that came out. I think it was Kershaw that had a similar shape to this, but it wasn't as good on the control. I think this will work. At worst, he's a bullpen must add. At worst, I think. I think he's going to be playable. It's a differing opinion. I think he's playable. Some people don't think he's playable as a starter. Cameron, definitely playable card. I wish he was better against right-handed pitching. Yeah, his control does look worse than it is. I really like his suppression. And I really like that he can strike people out in jams. I'm trying to get away from the low stuff, high everything else pitchers that I had been using, because if he can strike some people out, it does fix some of the should fix some of the issues I was having when it comes to the pitching. Yeah, a combinated Gio Gonzalez is going to be a problem. A combinated just I know I just made a couple people crawl in their skin, but a combinated Gio Gonzalez or a combinated Mike Cameron is trouble, because this would make his right combinated Cameron. I think he's better than the Vanna. I think he'll end up better than the Vanna because he can still run. He can get on base. He's now usable versus righties. I think they're still usable franchise, but I would have him more as a 4-5 starter than I would as a top of rotation guy. Yeah, I think Gio's a top 10 pitcher now. That's his base. That's base. I think as a base, I think he's a top 10 guy. I'm higher than, because me and Seawood had discourse about this. He's not sure on Gio, but he'll have the data. I think just looking at the base card, I think it's playable. So we'll both see. I don't have enough to get Gio right now. Otherwise, Gio would be on the team. Cameron, I'm gonna end up getting Cameron anyway, because A, he's a Mariner, and B, he's on that 2001 team. So I'm definitely getting Cameron. He'll probably play right field for me. he'll probably play right field against lefties for me because I would like to have Devannon and Cameron in the lineup, and Devannon's the better center fielder. Castellanos though also poses a problem because Castellanos is he's got a really good bat, and he's good against both sides. So I mean, you could go Devannon in left, Cameron in center, and Castellanos in right. Every card's gonna get blown up. It's the RNG. Game 2 is in. I think the RNG is going to be. It's going to do what it wants to do. I think we all know this, but it will get blown up more often than the combinated one. As we go to the top of the second, and Denver's got runners in first and second. I think Geo can dominate. A level 5 Geo could play in gold. I think for sure it could play in gold. I'm not sure about diamond because I don't know about the diamond cards, but I think it'd play in gold for sure. And he, like him and Ubaldo. Ubaldo's an instant cap player because I think he can play. I don't. He can DH if you need the bat. So here it is. Runners at first and second. Brett Saberhagen is on the mound to face Clyde Engel. There's no score. We're in the top of the second. Here's the pitch. He strikes him out. This is exactly what I was talking about. I need guys that can strike guys out when they're in jams like this. So to get out of that inning, and now Brent Strom's facing Jake Stahl with runners at the corners, 1 out. And this is going to be the example of why I'm trying to get away from this shape. D-Block, do you think Rigetti would be the comp for a Geo? Here's the pitch from Strom. That's well hit Bill to the right. It's caught. Runner tags. He will score. So Detmer scores. It's 1-0 LPs in the bottom of the third. Sweeney gets the second. So Mitch Garver is now at the plate. Here's the pitch to Garver. That's well hit bottom left field. It's high. That's deep. And now will fly away. Home run for Mitch Garver. And it's now 3-0 LPs in the bottom of the third. So we go to the top of the fourth here. It's still 3-0 LPs over Denver. Saberhagen facing Jesse Winker with Carson Kelly over at first base. Here's the full count pitch. That's a well hit ball to right center. That's well deep, and that's gone. So Winker, Mariners legend Jesse Winker homers. It's 3-2 LPs still in front here. 2 runs are still in. Fielder Jones is at the plate. Here's the pitch to Fielder Jones. There's still nobody out, so anything can happen. And there's the anything can happen. Fly ball to right. That's gone. So back-to-back home runs, and we're now tied at 3. We're still in the top of the fourth. There's only 1 out. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Juan Uribe. That's fly ball to right, and that ball is going to be gone. So it's now 4-3 Denver on 3 home runs in the fourth. Okay. That's it. That's the first thing that came to mind when I was thinking, would he be playable higher up? All right, so Denver scored 4 in the top of the fourth. So we go to the bottom of the fourth. It's 4-3. 2 out here. Don Detmer, the tying run is at first. Bob Fothergill, who's been very good in this tournament, facing Brett Strom. Here's the pitch to Strom. From Strom to Fothergill. And that's a base hit to right center field, and it goes all the way to the wall. Fothergill heading for second. Runner heading home. Detmer will be safe. So the game is tied up on the RBI double from Fothergill. He does get the third on the throw, but he will not score. So we go to the bottom of the fifth. It's 4-4. Denver didn't score in the top half of the inning. Good point, D-Block. Very good point there. Franchise is in glitch mode. We're gonna have to give him the Twitch repairman. But yeah, D-Block, that does make sense. I'm just... That makes a lot of sense now that you put it that way. So here we are, Garver at first. The Don up the plate to face Strom. It's 4-4. Go ahead, runner on first. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a base hit to left. So a single for the Don, and that puts runners at first and second and for Hassan Kim. Boy, that's an easy answer. All right. So here we are. Hassan Kim at the plate. Runners at first and second. Audemont giving me an option here. And Kim will walk. So that's the fourth walk for Strom. The bases are loaded. Full of LPs for Casey Candale. So it's a 1-2 count here. It's 4-4. And Casey Candale come through against Strom here in the fifth. Here's the pitch. And that's a fly ball to center. He's under it. He will make the catch. So the LPs load up the bases but can't score. So we go to the top of the sixth. It's still 4-4. So we go, Denver doesn't score. So we go to the bottom of the sixth. Don Detmer will lead off against Brett Strom here in the sixth inning. It is the first pitch. So let's see what happens on this first pitch. Here's the pitch from Strom. And it's a well hit ball to center. It goes all the way to the wall. Base hit for Denver. Detmer heading for second. And that is a leadoff double for Detmer. So that puts the go-ahead run for Bill Sweeney to face Strom. Strom staying in here. Struggling in the past couple innings. Ground ball for Sweeney to the pitcher. The throw to first is inside in time, but it gets Detmer over the third. So the go-ahead run is 90 feet away for Jake Stahl. Stahl homered earlier in this game. Here's the pitch to Stahl. And he strikes out. Stahl can't come through. So we go to the top of the seventh. We're still tied at 4. Denver doesn't score in the seventh, so we're in the bottom of the seventh. Mitch Garver leading off against Brent Strom. Here's the pitch from Strom. And that's going to be a base hit to left. So leadoff single for Garver. And that will bring Vince DiMaggio up to the plate to face Brett Strom. Strom's getting out of trouble in the fifth and the sixth. Let's see if he can get out of trouble here in the seventh. Here's the pitch to Vince. Well hit ball left field. He does not get out of trouble this time. That flies away. Third home run for Vince DiMaggio. And Bonnie Lake takes the lead again. It's now 6-4 in the bottom of the seventh. We go to the top of the eighth. Fielder Jones is at first base. John Mayberry will come to the plate pinch hitting. And he'll face Bob Tewksbury here with 2 out. Here's the full count pitch. And he walks him. Just missed the zone. And that will bring Wander Ribe up. 2-2 count here. Tying run at first base. Wander Ribe representing the go-ahead run at the plate. The pitch to Uribe. And that's a fly ball to center, and that's going to go for a base hit. Run scores. 2 runs will score, and once again, we are tied at 6. And that will bring Tony Batista to the plate to face Tewksbury. Tewksbury's offering to Batista, and that's a fly ball to right. They'll make the catch, get out of the inning, but Denver does score 2 as we go to the bottom of the eighth. It's tied at 6. Larry Gardner will be up. Full count, 2 out here. Barojas in the game for Denver. The pitch from Barojas. And that's going to be base hit to center. So that puts the go-ahead run up at first. That brings Mitch Garver. Garver hitting over 400 in this tournament. Here's a pitch from Barojas. Ground ball to the shortstop. Throw the seconds in time. So to get out of this inning, once again, runner left on base. It's 6-6 going into the ninth. Adolfo Phillips will lead off. It's 6-6. Game 2. LP's up in the series 1-0. Here's the pitch for Tewksbury. And that's a well-hit ball to left field. And Denver claws back and takes the lead on the home run from Adolfo Phillips. His first of the season. His first of the postseason. And it's 7-6 Denver. Carson Kelly will come to the plate. First pitch, Leo Keeley in the game to face Kelly. Here's the pitch to Kelly. That's base hit to right. So runner on here with 2 out. And they won't score. So we go to the bottom of the ninth. It will be DiMaggio, the Don, and Kim due up. Austin Adams has entered the game for Denver. Here's the pitch from Adams. And he strikes him out. 1 away. That'll bring the Don up 7-6. Bottom of the ninth. Adams' delivery. And he pops him up. So 2 away on with Phillips' catch. That brings Deion James as the last chance for the LPs. Here's a pitch. He strikes him out. Austin Adams gets the save. Denver wins this game 7-6, and it goes to a deciding game 3. So we go straight into game 3 here. 1-1. Chance to go into the quarterfinal here. LP starting out early with runners at first and second. Larry Gardner at the plate to face Roger Craig. No relation to the running back. And he will walk the batter. So the bases are loaded. And that brings Dave Nielsen with the bases loaded. Here's the pitch to Nielsen. And it's a slow roller to the second baseman. The throw to first is in time. And once again, the LPs strand the bases loaded. Right on cue. So we go to the top of the second. No score. Once again, outside Kim and Casey Candale on the base pass. They're threatening again against Craig. Vince DiMaggio at the plate with 1 out. Here's the pitch to DiMaggio. Well hit ball to right field. That is a no doubt flyaway ball there. Home run for Vince DiMaggio. And Bonnie Lake kicks the field goal to go up 3-0. So we go to the top of the fourth. Still 3-0. Denver yet to get a hit. Father Gill at the plate to face Roger Craig. Here's the pitch from Craig. That's well hit ball to right field. That's high. That's deep. And that is gone. Home run for Bob Fothergill. His second of the postseason. And it's now 4-0 LPs. They will add a run in the fourth. So it's now 5-0 LPs. Denver breaks up the no-hitter. Yeah, they bring up the no-hitter. Runners at first and second. Engel and Uribe. Robert Marnerville at the plate to face Jesse Hahn. Here's the pitch from Hahn. That is a base hit up the middle. Runner looking to score and changes his mind. So still 1 out here. Bases loaded for Jesse Winker. Here's the pitch to Winker. And he gets a hold of that one. That's gone. Grand slam for Jesse Winker. Excuse me while I throw a virtual chair out the window. It's 5-4 LPs. We're still in the fifth here. 2 out. 3-0 count to Mayberry. Here's the pitch to Mayberry. And he walks him. The tying runs now at second. Go ahead runners on. And that brings Carson Kelly to the plate to face Hahn. Here's the pitch from Hahn. The ground ball to second. The throw to first is in time. So to get out of this. But Jesse Winker's grand slam makes it 5-4 LPs here in the sixth. Vince DiMaggio will lead off here. So it's DiMaggio, Fothergill, and Stahl due up against Tewksbury. Here's Tewksbury's pitch. Well hit ball to the center field. That is high, that's deep, and it's goodbye baseball. 5th home run for DiMaggio. And it's now 6-4 Bonnie Lake here in the 6th inning. That's all they would get in the 6th. So we fast forward here to the bottom of the 7th. Jesse Winker, who hit the grand slam in the 5th, will lead off to face Leo Keeley for the LPs. Here's the pitch to Kylie. Base hit to right. So Winker destroying LP pitching right now with the leadoff single. And Tony Batista will come into the box to face Kylie. Here's the pitch to Kylie, one of them. Flick of the wrist, thank you for the follow. As a base hit. No, Fothergill makes the catch. Let me reset here. So Jesse Winker over at first, 1 out. Bobby Bonds is up to face Leo Kylie. Here's Kylie's pitch. Ground ball to third. The throw to second is good, but there is no relay 2 away. So to get out of that inning, so we go to the bottom of the 8th. Sandy Consorga will come in relief for the LPs to face Fielder Jones. 6-4 deciding game in the top 16. Here's the pitch to Fielder Jones. Ground ball to second for short. Great play and the throws in time. Kim with the all-star play, 1 away. Oh, there was a review. The review overturned the play on Kim, so Jones is now over at first. Clyde Engel will come to the plate to face Consorga. Engel representing the tying run. Here's the pitch from Consorga. Ground ball to third, and it's through for a base hit. Runner heading for third. He will be safe. Oh, that's a bad throw, and it allows the run to score. Well, at least that's what the animation had. So it's now 6-5. We're still in the 8th. 2 out. Juan Uribe at the plate to face Consorga. Here's the pitch from Consorga. And that is over Stahl's head for a base hit. So time runs on for Robert Marnerville. And Consorga get out of this inning. Here's the pitch from Sandy. The ground ball at the middle, and that's going to be through for a base hit. Runner heading for third, thinks about it, changes his mind. There's now runners at first and second for Jesse Winker, the last batter that the LPs want to face right now. Here's the pitch to Winker. And he walks him. OOTP's RNG coming into play here. Ken Phelps is now up with the bases loaded. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Ostrowski, who has entered the game. Ground ball to second. The throw to first is in time, so they get out of this inning with the bases loaded. But the Lopes score 1 run on 4 hits, so going to the 9th, it is 6-5 LPs. So it'll be Fisher, Gardner, and Nielsen due up for the LPs. Bonds, Phillips, and Kelly for Denver. So middle of the order here for both sides. Here's the pitch to Showboat. That's a base. Yeah, that's a base hit to the left. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Fisher heading for second, and he'll be safe with a stand-up double. So leadoff double here for Showboat Fisher. And that brings Larry Gardner up to the plate as Fisher, I believe, steals third. Why is my team running so much? I have no idea. Tewksbury facing Gardner. Infield's in. Here's the pitch to Gardner. Ground ball, and it threw for a base hit. Run scores. It's 7-5 on the single. And that's all they would get. So it's up to Ostrowski to close out this game. It's 7-5 LPs. It's Bonds, Phillips, and Kelly due up. It's a pitch to Bonds. And it is through for a base hit up the middle. So Bonds with the leadoff single. And that brings the tying run up to the plate, and that will be Tony Phillips. 3-0 count. Ostrowski having problems with his control at the moment. Here's the pitch from Ostrowski. Bonds will walk. So that puts on the tying runner. And the go-ahead run, Carson Kelly will step into the box and face Ostrowski. Kelly really good against left-handed pitching. This is not a favorable matchup right now. Here's the pitch to Kelly. Ground ball to first. The throw to second is botched. Error on the first baseman stall. And now the bases are loaded with nobody out and Fielder Jones is up. See you later, D-Block. Have a good morning. Here's the pitch from Ostrowski. Ground ball to second. The throw home is in time. No double play, but they did get the lead runner, so it's still 7-5 with one out. Run does score, so it's 7-6. Bub Byerly here to close it out to face Uribe. Infield's in. One out. The pitch. And he pops him up. Right fielder makes a catch. The throw home. There's no runner going home. So we here with two out. It's up to Rabbit Martinville for the Lopes. Last chance. Here's a pitch to the Rabbit. Ground ball to third. He steps on third, and the LPs are on to the quarterfinal with a 7-6 squeaker over the Lopes. And now we're in game 1 against Team Ramrod. Great reference, by the way. This one. All right, so we can potentially call this series here. Here's game 1 between Ramrod and the LPs. It'll be Tewksbury against, I believe, Saberhagen. We start off in the bottom of the first with bases full of LPs. Shobo Fisher at the plate. 1-2 count from Tukes. And that is through for a base hit with the great animation. 1 run scores. It's 1-0 LPs. Another run is in, so it's 1 out. It's 2-0 LPs. Dave Nielsen at the plate to face Tewksbury. Here's the pitch from Nielsen. And that's a line shot to left center field, and that's through for a base hit and all the way to the wall. 1 run is in. 2 runs looking to score. 2 RBI double for Nielsen, and it's now 4-0 Bonnie Lake here in the first. They would add 1 more run in the bottom of the first, put 1 in the fifth. So we go to the top of the 7th. It's 6-0 LPs. There have been 5 errors in this game, 3 from the LPs and 2 from Ramrod. So now this game's going to be the defensive optional game. Runners at first and second. Tom Zachary pitching to Casey Candale. So Zachary got the start. Here's the pitch from Zachary. That's a fly ball. It's not coming back. It's gone. Home run for Candale, his first, and it's now 6-3 LPs here as they kick the field goal. It's now 7-3 as the LPs do answer with a run in the 7th. So we go to the top of the 9th, 7-3. Nathan Evaldi looking to close this game out. It'll be Candale, Hewlett, and the top of the order, Phillips, due up. Here's the pitch. Candale comes through again, his 2nd home run of the game, and it's now 7-4 LPs. That brings Tim Hewlett to the plate. It's now 7-4, 1 run in for the Ramrods. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to second. It's through for a base hit. So Valdi's struggling already as it gets by the center fielder DiMaggio. And now they get the lead runner. I don't know how they got the lead runner. So there's 2 out now. Joe Judge at the plate. He's the last chance here for Ramrod. Here's the pitch from Evaldi. And that is a line shot all the way to the wall. Base hit. Judge heading for second. He'll be safe with a stand-up double. And that will bring... So Ionetta walks, I'm guessing. So that brings Wilson Betterman to the plate to face Madison Bumgarner trying to close this game out. Betterment representing the tying run. There's two out here. Here is the 1-0 pitch. And that is a base hit down the line at left. One runs in. And it's now 7-5. Tying run in scoring position. Tony Phillips, the go-ahead run at the plate. Bumgarner's 1-2 pitch. He strikes him out. They get out of this. Interesting. Ramrod made a game of it, but the LPs win 7-5, and they get up 1-0 here in the quarterfinal. Oh, I can take a breath now. So Vince DiMaggio is hitting .353 with 5 home runs and 11 RBIs. He's leading the way for Bonnie Lake. Zachary went 6 2/3. He gave up the 3 runs. He walked 6. His control is 101, and he walked 6. I'll let that sink in. Evaldi went 2 innings, gave up the 2 runs late. Bumgarner gets a save the first. Joe Judge was 3 for 3. He walked twice. He scored once. So we are going to go to game 2. It's going to be McGinty against Consuegra. Winner faces the winner of the New York battle between the Legends and the Mighty Ones. Silver City's up 1-0 on Dorset, and Germantown's up 1-0 on the Wisconsin Winter. The Devil Dogs did get by D Block. So it's up to me, basically. Tournament leaders here. Phil Weintraub has hit 6 home runs for Ramrod to lead the way. Ned Hamlin for the Wichita Eagles, he had 17 RBIs. Herbeck had 17 RBIs as well. So D-Block scored a lot of runs here. Ken Phelps has a .667 on-base percentage in 6 games. Bobby Bonds has 2 stolen bases to lead the way. 3 of them. Just looking at other things here. Because Swerga and 2 Rixies have complete game shutouts. And Jaewon So. Greg Swindell has a 14-1 K the walk ratio. Dickie May struck out 13.5 per 9. Rixie threw a 1-hitter in his only start. That would explain it. So yeah, so we're waiting for game 2 here in the quarterfinal against Ramrod. Just looking at one other thing. Okay, so open cap starts in 5 minutes, so that will be going pretty soon. If we have time, we'll probably do a game in between. I'm not sure yet how this is going to work out. Well, let's go back to the Soriee. As game 2 for the quarterfinal here between Ramrod and LPs will come down any time now, probably about in a minute or so. Yeah. If it goes to game 3, I will snooze 1 so we could try to get that quarterfinal series done before the ad break. Just trying to time this one right. Hey, franchise, are you still in glitch mode if you're still awake? Pretty bad that we have to troubleshoot. Okay, so if we can troubleshoot your Twitch, you can troubleshoot my alerts with that sound. I'm trying to get rid of it, and it won't let me get rid of it. I'll probably have to mess around with it later today. All right, here we go. Game 2 between... Oh, you're still in glitch. Twitch having all the problems in the world right now. All right, so game 2 here. Bonnie Lake and Ramrod. Come on. All right, so this is going to probably be a short game. I only saw 11 kilobytes there. There's some extensions if you look it up, franchise. You can do the extensions that automatically do it. That might help that side of it when you're glitching. I think it's in the extension tab of the Firefox or Chrome, depending on what you're using. But you can use an extension that does that. I have not had a problem, and I'm glitching, and I have extensions on both. I don't think that's what's causing the glitching, because you had those problems before, and you're having those problems now. That's weird. You're just having a completely different problem that I have no answers for. It just doesn't like the time machine. That's just what it is. So here we are, bottom of the second. Ike Boone is at second. Mike Davis is at the plate to face Joe McGinty. The pitch to from McGinty. That's a base hit to the gap in left center field. This should score a run. Double for Davis, and it's 1-0 Ramrod here in the second. Go to the bottom of the third. It's still 1-0. Joe Judge over at first, 2 away for Bill Weintraub. Weintraub leading the tournament with 6 home runs, and there's number 7. So it's gonna be 3-0 Ramrod here in the third. They'll add one more run in that inning and one more run in the fifth. So we go to the bottom of 6. It's 5-0. McGinty pitching to Phillips. Here's the pitch to Phillips. And that's a fly ball to right, and it's over the right fielder's head and all the way to the wall. So that's going to be a leadoff triple. Yeah, it's a leadoff triple for Fothergill. Or Phillips. Sorry. And that 2 runs are now in. Yeah, I'm glad it happened after. It wouldn't let me do the raid. So it's definitely up to you. I don't have that capability. I tried doing the raid in case you were in glitch mode, and it just said invalid username. I know, it's weird. But here it is, 7-0 Ramrod here. Bases loaded, 2 out. Bub Byerly's enter the game to face Casey Candale. Here's the pitch to Candale. And that's through for a base hit. That is going to be trouble. 2 runs are in. It's 9-0. Mercifully, it's to the end of the game. Here's the pitch to Nielsen for the last chance. And we're going to a deciding game 3. 9-0 Ramrod. They win game 2. So we'll go to a deciding third game. Okay. So let me see while I got time. I know I got an ad coming up too. If I can get rid of this. That's off. 10 points off. That's good.
emotional damage.
Yeah, it's still having that problem. So low cap's gone. Off. So what we're gonna do? We're going back to alerts home, and we're gonna axe you for right now. Yep, that's how we're gonna go about this. Might have to just do everything on Blurb. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna try to figure something out. Will it work now that I have it off? We got 2 more minutes before this game gets going, so. Yep, so we're gonna go without the box. That's what we're gonna do. Okay. So deciding game's gonna go here in 3 minutes. I'm just trying to test stuff on the fly.
So, what are you trying to say?
Alright, so if it shows up twice, it shows up twice. I'm gonna fix that later. Thank you guys for your patience here. So what we're gonna do, I got an ad coming up. I need to snooze twice. Yeah, so we're gonna snooze this twice. We're gonna get this game in, and then we'll go to break. That should give me enough time. I'm pretty sure I can call a game within 16 minutes here. As for low cap, low cap will be best of 5. We are opening against the Indiana Hoosiers. So the Hoosiers have no combination. They do have Horton. They do have Utley. So they want studs and duds. I'm going with my silver cap roster. Well, yeah, I'm going with my silver cap roster to see how that does. I did make a couple changes. I just wanted to work in a couple guys, have a little bit more depth. DeJong is now in for Sweeney. And the bullpen's just been revamped. I can't go with the bullpen I had. It was driving me nuts. As they would just give up run after run after run after run. Alright, so here we go. Game 3. Deciding game in the quarterfinal. Yeah, quarterfinal matchup against Ramrod. Winner going to the semis to face the Legends theme team, the New York Legends. On the other side, the Dinos are through. So there's 2 deciding games here in this quarterfinal. Game 3 coming in. Anytime now. Waiting for that good old chime of death. And there we go. Here we go. Game 3 between Bonnie Lake and Ramrod here in this quarterfinal matchup of the Soriee. We're going to start in the bottom of the 4th here. No score. Runners at first and second. Moyer facing Jimmy Knowles here. Here's the pitch to Knowles. Strikes him out. Strikes him out on the slider that actually went 89 miles an hour. I questioned that call, making sure it was in miles per hour. I think it was in kilometers. To get out of the inning, so it's still no score in the 4th. So we go to the bottom of the 4th with 2 out, runners at first and second. And it's Mitch Garver's chance to get runs on the board here. Here's the pitch from Jaewon So. Ground ball to short. This should be an easy play. They get the force at second, so we're still scoreless after 4. Still scoreless going into the bottom of the 6th. Jake Stahl at first. Showboat Fisher at the plate. Here's the pitch from So. And that's a slow hit roller to So. So's throw the first. It's not in time. Infield hit for Fisher. And now the go-ahead runs at second base for Larry Gardner. Here's the pitch to Larry Gardner. That's a fly ball to center. They'll make the catch. No tag up here. 1 away. We'll make it 2 away as Dave Nielsen comes to the plate. Runners still at first and second. No score. So's offering. Fly ball to left. And it will not drop. So they get out of this inning. Still scoreless after 6. Now we're scoreless out going to the bottom of the 7th. And it's Garver, Kim, and Candale due up. Here's a pitch. And he walks him, so Garver with the leadoff walk. And that brings Hassan Kim to the plate. Here's the pitch to Kim. And that's going to be a base hit to right. Garver will stay at second. So it's runners at first and second. Nobody out. And Bill Sweeney comes to the plate. Pinch hitting here. Here's the pitch to Sweeney. And he pops him up. In the foul territory, they make the catch, 1 away. So that will bring Dion James up, pinch hitting. So they're emptying the bench here, trying to get something going. Here's the pitch from So. And he walks James. So that's the 3rd walk for So, 2nd in this inning. And it's now bases loaded for Bob Fothergill. Fothergill's pitch is hit, but is caught by the right fielder. Runner doesn't tag, 2 away. So that brings Jake Stahl to the plate. 2 out here, no score. Bases loaded, full of LPs. Garver, Kim, and James. So's 0-1 pitch is a well-hit ball to left field. That's high. Get out that line, right bread, baby. It's grand salami time for Jake Stahl. Grand slam here in the bottom of the 7th. And it's 4-0 LPs here on the grand slam from Jake Stahl.
Finally, a grand slam.
So we go to the top of the 8th here. Jamie Moyer facing Wilson Bennett leading off. No, there's 2 out here. Getting ahead of myself. Here's the pitch to Wilson Bennett. That's well hit ball to left. It has enough to get out and into the bullpen over in left field. Home run for Wilson Bennett, and it's 4-1. Now bring Tony Phillips to the plate with 2 out. Here's the pitch to Phillips. And that's a base hit to the gasoline sign in right center field. Heading to second, and he will be in with a double, is Phillips. But he will not score. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 4-1 LPs. Keeley facing Mitch Garver. Here's the pitch. And it is a well-hit ball to right. And it'll be into the gap and to the wall. Garver heading for second. Looking for a triple. The throw to third is late. So a triple for Garver. He would score. So it's now 5-1 in the top of the 9th. 2 out. Last chance here for Adelpho Phillips with Tim Hewitt over at first base. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, the shortstop. The throw to second is in time, and they will move on to the semifinals with a 5-1 victory over Team Ramrod. So Jamie Moore is now 3-0 in this tournament with a 2.7 ERA. Gave up 8 hits, 1 run that was earned, 3 walks, and struck out 7. Jaewon So in the loss allowed the grand slam to Jake Stahl. Allowed 7 hits, walked 3, and struck out 2. Jake Stahl was the player of the game. He had all the offense for Bonnie Lake. He went 3 for 3 with a home run and 4 RBIs in the victory. So with that, they will open against the New York Legends. The Silver City Silvers will face the Germantown Dinos. So it'll be Swindell versus Dorsch in that matchup, and Swindell against Saberhagen. Game 1 for the Legends and LPs. So, I'm going to take the break here so we can get game 1 without any ad breaks. So guys, I'm going to take a break and I'll be right back. For game 1 of the semifinal, I think it's just delaying on me here. I'm also in the final of a Silver Quick facing Tulsa. Didn't th- didn't think I would be in a final and not call the game in that tournament. So here we are, game one of the semifinal against the New York Legends. We're going to start off here. In the top of the second here, Bob Fothergill leading off against Brett Saberhagen. Here's the pitch from Brett. That's a base hit to the gap in left center field. So Fothergill heading for second. He'll be safe. He would not score though, so we go to the bottom part of that inning. It's still no score. So it's be the Don Detmer, and Gardner due up. Here's the pitch to Pavlitic. That's a fly ball to left field. That's high, that's deep, and that will fly away. Home run for Don Pavlitic, and it's now 1-0 Bonnie Lake here early in the second. So we go to the top of the third. It's 1-0. Shobo Fisher at the plate with Casey Candale over at left. Here's a pitch from Saberhagen. And that is a base hit up the middle. So that'll put runners at first and second with one out. They'll advance later on. So it's now Jerry Mumphrey's at the plate with the tying and go-ahead runs in scoring position. Here's a pitch from Saberhagen. Ground ball to second. Runners stay. The throw the first is in time, 2 away. So that brings Bobby Bonds to the plate with a full count here. 1-0. The pitch to Bonds. And he strikes him out on the fastball in the corner. So to get out of this inning, still up 1-0. Well, fast forward to the bottom of the fifth, it's still 1-0. The LP's 1 run on 2 hits. Larry Gardner and Dion James on first and second. Tim Hewlett is at the plate. Here's a pitch to Hewlett. And that's a line shot to right field. And that's a base hit and all the way to the wall. 1 run is in. 2 runs looking to come in. And the throw to third is not in time. So Hewlett doubles in 2. Advances to third on the throw. And it's now 3-0 LPs here in the fifth. That's all they would get in the fifth as we go to the top of the sixth. And Bob Fothergill over at first. Dave Nielsen at the plate. Tewksbury on the mound. Here's a pitch from Tukes. Ground ball to second. And the throw to second is high and into the outfield. Everyone is safe. Could this be a costly mistake as Tim Hewlett comes to play representing the tying run? The pitch from Tewksbury is a line shot to right. That's a base hit. That's going to go all the way to the wall. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. Hewlett with a 2 RBI double, and it's now 3-2 Bonnie Lake. We're still in the sixth here. Only 1 out. Don Detmer at the plate. Tewksbury's offering. He walks him. The go-ahead runner's on, and Tony Graffinino's now at the plate. Tewksbury's pitch. Ground ball to third. The throw to second is good. There is no relay. Hewlett goes over the third. There's 2 out. And Casey Candale will step into the box to face Tewksbury. Can Tewksbury get out of this? The answer to that is yes. The fly out to the shortstop Hewlett. We go to the bottom of the sixth. The Legends do score 2, so it's a 3-2 game. The LPs would score 2 in the bottom of that inning to answer, so we go to the top of the 8th. Tewksbury still in this game. Fothergill at the plate. Here's the pitch to Fothergill. Fly ball to right. Does this have enough? It's off the wall. Fothergill heading for second. He will be safe. So leadoff double here for Fothergill in the 8th. And that's all they would get. As we go to the bottom of the 8th, Don Detmer up. 0-2 count from Swindell. Swindell's pitch is a base hit to left. So a 2-out hit here puts a runner on. And that's it. So we go to the top of the 9th. Sandy Consorga looking to close this out in a 5-2 game. So it'll be Fisher, Mumphrey, and Bonds, the top of the order, to face Consorga. Here's the pitch from Consorga. Ground ball to second. Throw the first is in time. 1 away, 2 away, and 3 away. As I play that off, Bonnie Lake takes 1-0 lead in the semifinal with a 5-2 victory over the Legends. So Saberhagen went 5 1/3. Scoreless innings, four hits, 1 walk, struck out 4. He got the win. And Sorga got the save going with a 4-out save here. Perfect 1 1/3 innings pitched. Home runs for the Don, his first. Really not a whole lot in this game. It looks like the LPs had it in hand here. Also, on the other side, Silver City did win its game 5-1 over Germantown. So we'll go to game 2. Be Jesse Hahn against Connie Johnson in the LPs matchup. Silver City will send Jamie Moyer to face Ed Farmer. Both pitchers with ERAs under 2, and they are 2-0 in this tournament. Jesse Hahn has struggled. Do I have anybody that I can use? The Legends have... I have a lot of righties if I put in the lefty. It's Moyer going in game 3. If he gets through, it'll be Moyer, Saberhagen, Zachary in the final. Swerga pitched, so he's not going to be available. Tewksbury won't be available because he went 2 1/3. Baumgartner's not going to be ready. Yep, we're just going to have to go with Hahn here. It's like punting a game that I don't want to punt. See how the lineup looks. DiMaggio's good. Fothergill's doing... I know Stahl's doing fine. Fisher hitting 303. Garner's okay. Dave Nielsen. Showboat is moving to left field. Bill Sweeney will be the DH. That puts Dion James backup duty at left field. And Don backing up DH. Sweeney. He's not much better. But we're going to put him at the bottom of the order. So yeah, we'll go with that going in. I think we're facing the righty. Let me make sure of this. Yeah, Johnson's is a righty. So yeah, we're going to face the righty Johnson. We'll go with that. See, that will do it. So here it is. Game 2 of the semifinal of the Soriee. Legends against LPs. Game coming in anytime now. Okay, I did win that silver quick. We'll open those packs after this game. If, depending on how long this game takes. The open cap is underway. We will check into this if there's a deciding game 3 and we win. I will cover some of the open low cap. It probably won't be the whole thing. Although this is only best of 5, thank goodness. Compared to the best of 9 for silver. But here we are, waiting for the chime of death in my ear. And so we can get game 2 of the semifinal underway. And there's the chime of death, and here we go. So game 2 here. This might be a long one. So we're going to start off in the top of the first. Vince DiMaggio over at first base. Fothergill up to face Connie Johnson. Here's the pitch for Connie Johnson. And that's a ground ball and through for a base hit on the left side. Runner heading for third, and he'll be safe on the wide throw. So runners at second and third. They do score both those runs. So we go to the bottom of the first. It's 2-0 LPs. Jesse Hahn already in kind of trouble with Phillips over at first and Fothergill up. Here's the pitch to Fothergill. He's hitting .419. That's a base hit to left. That goes all the way to the wall. That will score a run. So it's now 2-1. Legends creeping in here. Still in the first inning. So we go to the top of the second. It's 2-1. Don Detmer leading off with Candale and Hewlett, the bottom of the order, due up. Connie Johnson's offering. It's a well-hit ball to left. Does this have enough? It's just inside the foul pole. Fly away for Don Detmer, his first of the postseason, and it's 3-1 LPs as they get one back from the Legends' first inning. So we go to the bottom of the inning. Dave Nielsen's up. It was Hewlett, Nielsen, and Graffinino due up here. Here's the offering. That's a well-hit ball to right, and that is the answer from the Legends. It's now 3-2 on the home run from Nielsen, his second. We're going to stay in the second. Candale, the tying run, is in scoring position. Adolfo Phillips is at the plate to face Hahn. Here's Hahn's pitch. Base hit up the middle. This looks like it'll tie the game, and it will. Throw's not in time. It's even at 3. So we go to the top of the third. It's tied at 3 here. Fothergill over at first. Sweeney at the plate to face Connie Johnson. And his 1-2 pitch is a well-hit ball to the gasoline alley in right center field. Sweeney heading for second. Going for... and it will stay at second, but the run does score. So the RBI double from Sweeney gives them the 4-3 lead. So we go to the bottom of the inning. Fothergill over at third. The way this game's going, there's a good chance he might score. Here's the pitch to Hewlett. And he walks. So now runners are at the corners. And that brings Tony Graffinino to the plate. And the pitch is a fly ball to center. They get out of the bases loaded jam because they missed it. The bases were loaded. And it's 4-3 going to the fourth. LPs don't score in the fourth, so we go to the bottom of the fourth. Candale at first. Adolfo Phillips at the plate. Hahn has settled down since the second inning, but is not settled down enough as he walks. And now there's runners at first and second for Showboat Fisher. Here's the pitch to the Showboat. Ground ball to second. To throw the seconds at time, there is no relay, one away. Runners are at the corners, and that brings Bobby Bonds. So it's going to be Bonds, Fothergill, and Judge, middle of the order here to face Hahn. The pitch. Line shot to right. They make the catch. No tag up. So it's still 4-3, and that brings Bob Fothergill to the plate, who entered this game hitting .419. Here's the pitch to Fothergill. Ground ball to second. Easy play. They're in time. They get out of this inning. No run score. It's still 4-3 in the fifth. We go to the bottom of the field. It's still 4-3. Hewlett over at first. Dave Nielsen's at the plate. Jesse Hahn with the 0-2 pitch. And it's a base hit up the middle. But that will put runners at first and second. So the go-ahead runner's on, and Tony Graffinino will enter the box to face Jesse Hahn. Here's Hahn's pitch. Fly ball to center field. They make the catch. Runner does not tag, so it's 2 away for Casey Candale. Candale sees the pitch. And it's a base hit to left. Run looking to score. The throw home is in time. Frozen Pizza. He's out. So we go to the 6th. It's still 4-3 here. Han is somehow settled down since the 2nd inning. So it'll be Phillips, Fisher, and Bonds. Top of the order for the Legends here. On with the 0-2 pitch. And it's a base hit over the third baseman, over and left. Runner heading for second. He'll be safe. So it's a leadoff double here for Phillips. That brings Shobo Fisher to the plate. Tying run at second here. Nobody out. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Fisher. And that's a line shot and down the line, base hit. Fisher will score a run on the double. And it's tied at 4. And that will bring Bobby Bonds to the plate. Here's Bonds' pitch. And that's a base hit to left. That will give them the lead as it's all the way into the corner. So Bonds with back-to-back doubles here. And it's now 5-4 Legends. And that brings Joe Judge as he's moved over the third. The infield's now in. The pitch to Judge. The ground ball to first. The throw home is in time. They get the lead runner 2 away. So they get out of that inning. But the Legends are now up 5-4 here in the 7th. It's going to be Detmer, Candale, and Hewitt at the bottom of the order for the LPs. The 3-0 pitch from Johnson walks him. So that puts the tying run on for Casey Candale. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That's a fly ball to right. To be easy play for the right fielder. Makes the catch, 1 away. So that brings Tim Hewitt up in the box to face Connie Johnson. Here's Johnson's offering, and it's a bunt. No, everybody's safe on the bunt from Hewitt. So now the go-ahead runner's on. That brings Deion James to the plate. Runners at first and second here. 5-4 game. LP's up 1-0 in this semifinal in the Soriee. James gets the pitch. It's a well-hit ball to right. It's caught. Nice catch from Bonds. Runners don't tag up. It's still 5-4 here. 2 out. And that brings Bob Fothergill into the at-bat against Connie Johnson. Johnson, that's going to be in the alley. That's going to be a base hit. That should score 2. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. Fothergill with the go-ahead double, and it's 6-5 Bonnie Lake here in the 7th. He will move over. He would advance to third. The pitch to Sweeney. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle, so that's going to make it a 7-5 game on the RBI single from Sweeney. So they put a 3 spot up in the 7th. So we go to the bottom of the inning. It's going to be Nielsen, Graffinino, and Candale. Here's the pitch to Nielsen. And that's going to be a leadoff single here in the 7th. So Nielsen with the single, and it brings up Tony Graffinino. Bud Byerly is in the game for the LPs, by the way. Byerly's pitch is a ground ball to the second baseman. The only place at second. So they get the lead runner 1 away. So it brings Casey Candale up. It's 7-5 here. LPs here in the 7th. 1 out. The pitch. Strikes him out of the inside corner. Nice fastball in the inner half. 2 away. They get out of the inning. So we go to the top of the 8th. It'll be Hassan Kim up with Don Detmer on deck. The pitch to Kim is a rocket to center field. That is off the wall. Kim heading for second, going for a triple. He will be safe. So Kim with the triple, he would not score. Neither would the Legend. So we go to the top of the 9th. It's 7-5. The Legends have 13 hits, but only 5 runs to show for it. The LPs have 7 runs on 8 hits. Here's the last chance for the LPs to add to the lead here. That's a line shot down the left field line, base hit. All the way over to the corner, Fothergill with the double, looking to get insurance runs here, and they would not get the insurance run. So it's going to be Joe Ostrowski coming in to close it out. Joe Judge, Tim Hewlett, Dave Nielsen do up. 7-5, LP's lead. They lead the series 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. It's a ground ball to the first baseman. Detmer makes the play, 1 away. So that brings Tim Hewlett 1 out here. Ostrowski looking to close this out and get into the final. Pitch is a base hit to left. So that puts the tying run to the plate, and that's Dave Nielsen. The pitch to Dave Nielsen is a well hit ball to right field. Tie game. Ostrowski gets up the home run. Nielsen, the hero so far. It's 7-7. 1 out. Sandy Consuegra comes in to try to send this to bonus baseball. The pitch to Jerry Willard, who's made his first appearance here. And that's a ground ball to short. The throw to first is in time. Oh, it's not. Bad throw from Hewlett. And that's going to bring problems as Casey Candido comes up with 1 out. They need a double play here. Here's the pitch from Consuegra. It's lined a great catch from Candido. They double him up. They get the double play. Not the conventional way, but it'll be the 4-3 double play. And so we go to the top of the 10th, and it is 7-7. So it'll be Fisher, Garver, and Kim due up for the LPs. The top of the order for the Legends in Phillips, Fisher, and Bonds. Sandy Consuegra's entered the game for the Legends and will face Showboat Fisher here with a full count. The full count pitch. And that is a base hit up the middle, so it's a leadoff single for the Showboater. And that brings Mitch Garver. Fisher, the go-ahead runs at first. The 1-2 pitch to Garver. That's a ground ball to third and through for a base hit, so that puts 2 runners on here. Runners is second and third on the double from Garver. Infield will be in here. Ha-Seong Kim trying to be the hero of the moment. The pitch from Consuegra is a well-hit ball, and that's a base hit that scores 2. It's all the way to the wall with the outfield in. Kim with the double. It's 9-7 Bonnie Lake in the 10th. We're still in the 10th. By the way, there is nobody out. Don Detmer over at first. Casey Candido at the plate. Here's the pitch to Candido. Fly ball, and that's a well-hit ball to the gap, and that's to score 2. 1 run is in. 2 runs looking to score. Runner heading to third and safe is Casey Candido. So Candido with the 2 RBI triple. It's now 11-7 as they scored 1 more after that. And it's now 12-7 with Sandy Consuegra staying in this game, trying to stop the bleeding. Bobby Bonds over at first. Last chance with Bob Fothergill up. Here's the pitch to Fothergill. Ground ball. Easy play for the second baseman Candido. And they will move on to the finals with a 12-second back-and-forth victory over the Legends. So here's the final. Best of 5 here. So it will be Jakey May against Tom Zachary in Game 1. Greg Swindell against Joe McGinty in Game 2. Moyer versus Doris in Game 3. A prime matchup of Saber Hagen against Farmer if needed in Game 4. And a Jesse Hahn mirror match for Game 5 if it gets there. That is going to be a slugfest if it gets to Game 5. So Bonnie Lake plus 25 on the run differential. They're fourth in runs scored. They're sixth in the batting war. On the pitching side, they're sixth in pitching war, fourth in strikeouts. Starters ERA is 16th. Moyer is 2-0 with a 1.08 ERA in his last two starts. Jake Stahl in his last 7 has hit 462. Dave Nielsen struggling 3 for his last 24. They'll face a Germantown team that has nobody hot. They do score runs, and they are the better pitching team with the starting rotation. It's their fourth in the tournament with a 2.7 collective ERA from their starters, compared to the 4.18 for the Bonnie Lake LPs. As for an update on the open cap, well, we have 3 minutes here. The open low cap is looking like this. It is tied at 1. It'll be Miller against Morris. Indiana won 4-1 in their first game, and then we won 11-5. We have hit 4 home runs in this series. Presley, Davis, Foley, and Garver all homering. Good to know that the bullpen is still giving up everything in the world. Well, Greinke ain't doing much better. To be fair, Greinke's not doing much better. All right, so here we go. We'll go back over to enter another silver quick. And we'll enter the bronze as well. Still in all the dailies. So yeah, let's go to that tournament. Soriee. All right, there we go. So we're guaranteed a historical diamond here. That should really help. Hopefully we can get something we can use or something we can sell. Not really a big deal if we get good cards. So while we're here, we'll open these 3 up. They're probably going to be bronze high anyway. Nothing new there. Well, Jack Howell, but it's Jack. Ooh, we got a diamond. Live diamond coming. Shane Bieber. Yay. Double gold. Can either of these please be historical? Justin Thompson. And another live. Tanner Bybee. You can. Oh, yeah. Thompson might be worth decent amount. All right, so game 1 between the Germantown Dinos, and the Bonnie Lake LPs. Heading in any time now. Waiting for this game to come in here. All right, still waiting on that game. There we go. So game one of the final here, Germantown against Bonnie Lake. And we're going to start here in the top of the first. Clyde Engel over at first base. Nobody out. Don Detmer at the plate to face Tom Zachary. Pitch from Zachary. It's through for a base hit. That's going to put... it gets by the right fielder. So it's going to put runners at second and third when it gets past Fothergill, who overran the ball. That's a great start for Zachary as Sailboat Fisher comes to the plate. Base hit will score 2. Here's the pitch to Fisher. And on cue, that's a base hit. 1 run is in, and it's 1-0 Dinos here in the top of the first. It would add 1 more. It's now 2-0, 2 out. Fothergill over at first. Dick Green at the plate. Here's the pitch to Dick Green. And that's a line shot over the center fielder and off the wall. Runs comes in to score. Fothergill heads over the third on the throw. And RBI double for Green. Advances to third. It's 3-0 Germantown. So we go to the bottom of the inning, 1 out. Full count to Mitch Garver. Runners at the corners. Jakey May on the mound. And that's a well hit ball to center field. And it's over the center fielder's head. 1 run is in. Stahl looking to score. And he will. So the 2 RBI double for Garver. And it's 3-2 in the first. Still 1 out. DiMaggio now at first base. Garver's moved over the third. The Don is up to face May. Here's the pitch from May. It's a ground ball. They will turn to 6-4-3. They get out of the inning. Go to the top of the second as the LP score 2. It's 3-2 Dinos. Top of the second here. It'll be Phillips, Engel, and Detmer due up. Zachary's offering. And that's gone. 4-2. No doubter from Phillips. 415 feet. His first home run. It's 4-2 Dinos. So we go to the bottom of the inning. Tying run Don Detmer at the plate. Casey Candale over at second. Here's the pitch. That's a well hit ball to left field. That's high. That's deep. And that's the answer. Home run for Don Detmer. It's 4-4 as they match the home run. But nobody scores in the third. Germantown doesn't score in the fourth. So if Fothergill's over at first base with Bill Sweeney up at 2 out. Here's pitch to Sweeney. That's a line shot and a base hit to the gap in right center field. Sweeney heading for second. Runner heading home. Fothergill will score. It's 5-4 Bonnie Lake as they have now taken the lead after being down at a 3-0 hole early. We'll go to the 7th now. It's 5-4. Zachary's still in the game after giving up 4 in the first 2 innings. He has settled down. 2 out here. Clyde Engel at the plate. Here's the pitch to Engel. And that's a base hit to left. So Engel's on here. He's the tying run. Heading for second. He'll be safe. The 2-out double, Don Detmer will come to the plate. Here's the pitch with Evaldi. That's fly ball to center. They should be able to get out of this. DiMaggio makes the catch. So we go to the top of the 8th. The LPs don't score in the bottom of that inning. Nathan Evaldi entered the game in the 7th. He will face Fisher, Fothergill, and Phillips. Middle of the order for the Dinos. Here's the pitch to the Showboat. He strikes him out. 3rd strikeout for Fisher today. Rough day. And that brings Tony Phillips up with 2 out. Here's the 0-1 to Phillips. That's a line shot. That's over the center fielder's head and to the wall. Phillips heading for second. He'll be safe. So a 2-out double here for Phillips. And that brings Dick Green to the plate. Here's pitch to Dick Green. He pops him up. Easy catch for the third baseman. Candale makes the catch. So we go to the bottom of the 5th here. LPs lead 5-4. So, go to the top of the ninth here. It's still 5-4. Valdi's still pitching, looking to close this out. LPs have 5 runs on 4 hits. I've had no music going this whole time. I apologize so much. Here's the pitch to Ionetta. He strikes him out. So, Valdi with the strikeout to start off the ninth here, it brings up Mo Vaughn. So it's Vaughn and then Phillips on deck. Here's the pitch to Mo Vaughn. And he strikes him out. So Valdi back-to-back strikeouts here on the slider. And it's the last chance for Adolfo Phillips here. The 3-0 pitch. He walks. So the time runs on for Clyde Angle. 1-2 count here. Can Evaldi strike out the side and end this game? Here's the pitch to Evaldi. It's a ground ball to second. The throw to first is in time. And Bonnie Lake takes a 1-0 lead in this final, winning 5-4. So after giving up 4 early, Tom Zachary gave up nothing after that. Evaldi goes 2 1/3 and gets the save. May went 3 2/3. He gave up the 10 hits and the 5 runs, all earned. Halicki did everything he could. 4 1/3, 4 Ks, 2 walks, 1 hit. He kept them in this game, but it was all too late as nobody scored after the 4th inning in a 5-4 victory. All right, so we got 2 more minutes before game 2 here. We should be able to get through most of this final, at least to game 4 before I'd have to take a break. The low cap at the moment, I have time, still in it. That's always a plus. We're up 2-1 here. We won 6-5. Curry Foley had hit his 2nd home run in the victory. Miller had a good outing. Made the greatest first outing for him. Oberg, Trinkle. So the adjustments I made for the cap, I made a ton of adjustments. I probably should have kept the roster I had, but I did not trust the bullpen enough. And now that I have a combinator DeJong, I didn't have to play Slaney, so I was able to save 10 points there. What else did I? Bear with me. Grant Dallas now the new backup catcher. I did have Tenants. Tenants probably would have been fine. It would have been Tenants and Garver. I decided to go with Grandal here for the cap. I re-added Connie Day so I can have some depth on the bench. And let's see, pitching wise, the only people I kept was Oberg, Trinkle, and Welsh, and Nate. Clyde Wright is new. Trevor May's new. Colin Snyder, the live card is new. Curry Foley's basically a hitter. He'll eventually pitch once in a while. Rotation, I added Morgan. I have Brissy, I have Greinke. Although I'm debating Greinke right now. I have Bob Miller and I have Evaldi. I don't know what else I can do outside of Greinke. I think I do have one cap point available. Oh no, I'm right. I'm dead on. So I made some tweaks there to see if the pitching gets a little better on the bullpen side. So game 2 of the Soriee's in. Toby, game 2 against Germantown here. Stay in Bonnie Lake. We'll start at the top of the first. Now, in game 1, there was a lot of runs scored in the first inning. There's nobody out here. Tom Zachary's pitch to Detmer. It's through for a base hit. A base hit for Detmer. Runner heading. Oh, it gets by Fothergill again. Another error for Fothergill. One of these days, we'll remember not to overrun the ball. Lets the runners advance to second and third, and it brings up Showboat Fisher with nobody out. Here's the pitch to Fisher. That is through for a base hit. That scores a run. And it's now 1-0 Dinos here. In the first. So add a run. We're still in the first. It's 2-0. Dino scored 2 in 1 as well. Here's the pitch to Dick Green. And that's a fly ball to center. That's off the wall. Runner looking to score. Fothergill will score. Runner advances to third on the throw, and it's 3-0 Germantown in the first. So we're in the bottom half of the inning, and now the LPs are threatening with runners at the corners here and Mitch Garver at the plate. Stahl over at first. Sweeney over at third. Jakey May's pitch is a well-hit ball to center. It's over the center fielder's head, base hit. 1 runs in. Stahl looking to score, and he will. So a 2 RBI double for Garver. And they cut it to the lead. It's 3-2 in the first. We're still in the first. There's still only 1 out. Garver moves over to third. Maggio's now at first. Here's the Don looking to tie this game with a base hit. Here's the pitch to Pavlitic. They throw the ground ball to short. They throw the 6-4-3. Out of the inning, but the LPs do score 2 as we go to the second. It's 3-2 Dinos. So we go to the top of the second. It'll be Phillips, Engel, and Detmer due up. Here's the pitch to Phillips. That's gone. No bother. 4-2. No doubter. 415 feet from Phillips. That's all they would get in the second. So we go to the bottom of the second. Candale over at second base. There's 1 out. Don Detmer representing the tying run at the plate. Dickie Mays 1-1 pitch is a well-hit ball to left field. They answer the home run with one of their own to tie the game. That knuckle curve didn't exactly have enough zip on it. Detmer with the home run, and it's tied at 4. So it's now 4-4. We're in the fourth now. 2 out. Fothergill over at first. Bill Sweeney is up to face May. Here's the pitch from May. And that's a base hit to the right center field gap and off the wall. Sweeney in with a double, looking for 3, changes his mind, run scores on the double from Sweeney, and it's 5-4 LPs as they have jumped back into the lead as we go to the 7th. Zachary facing Clyde Engel, so it's going to be Engel with 2 out here, 1-1 pitch. And that's a ground ball through the left side, base hit. A 2 out double here for Engel. Represents the tying run. And that brings up Don Detmer. Nathan Evaldi has entered the game here for the LP. Here's the pitch to Don Detmer. And that's a fly ball to center. DiMaggio's there. It's the catch. To get out of the inning, we go to the 7th inning stretch. LP's up 5-4. They will not score, so we go to the top of the 8th. It'll be Fisher, Fothergill, Phillips. Evaldi facing the middle of the order here. Here's the full count pitch. And he strikes him out. Fisher has struck out 6 times in this series. 1 away. There's now 2 away for Tony Phillips. Here's the pitch to Phillips. That's a line shot to center, and that is over the center fielder's head for a base hit and all the way to the wall. Phillips heading for second. He'll be safe. So a 2 out double here for Phillips. He represents the tying run for Dick Green. Green gets the pitch, and he pops him up. Be an easy play for the third baseman. Makes the catch. So Candale with the sure-handed catch. Go to the bottom of the 8th. It's still 5-4 LPs. It would not score, though, as we go to the top of the 9th. It'll be Ionetta, Jackson, and Phillips. And if needed, while they're still in the top of the order for the LPs, Evaldi's still in here trying to close this game out. Here's the pitch from Evaldi. And he strikes him out on the fastball. 97 on the outside corner. One away. That brings Mo Vaughn up. Vaughn, dangerous against right-handed pitching. Here's the pitch to Vaughn. And he rings him up to back-to-back strikeouts for Evaldi. This one on the slider. And they're down to their last out for Adolfo Phillips. Phillips did homer in the 2nd inning. Here's the 3-0 pitch. And he walks him. That brings Clyde Engel to the plate. So here we are. Runner at first, representing the tying run is Adolfo Phillips. The 1-2 pitch. A ground ball to second base. The throw to first is in time. And Bonnie Lake is taken. Still a 1. We have just done the first game all over again. Exclamation mark professional. We went through that so fast that I forgot that we're still in game 1. That is awesome. So we're up 1-0 in game 2 replays. That's an epic fail for me. As we wait game 2 here, it'll be Swindell against McGinty. That should have been my first tell. It should have been my first tell there. As for the low cap, going to a deciding game 5 as Indiana beats us 5-4. So it's going to be Cade Horton. Oh, that's great. Cade Horton against Mike Morgan. They will have the advantage here. Horton won game 1. You know what? If he's sending Horton, try to think about this here. While the game up. Oh, he's tired. We're gonna stick with Morgan. Just take our chances, see if we get out of round 1. It's really all we can do on the low cap here. But here we are, game 2 between the Dinos and the LPs. Waiting for the chime of death here. Once again, guys, thank you for your most valuable thing. That's your time. We've been here for good old 3 hours. Yeah, Silver Soriee. We're in the final for the 2nd time this week. So here's the plan. Depending on how many games this goes, we might call a game for the open cap if we're still in it. If we're not in it, I'm probably going to end it after this series. I think either way, I don't know if D-Block will be on by the time I'm done, which is, I know, crazy, but it's a possibility that 4 o'clock when I'm done with this. It would be noon his time, 1 his time. I think it's a 9-hour difference between Here we are, game 2. And it is in. So here we go, game 2 between the LPs and the Dinos here. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a break here because my cat's about to make a mess. So I'll be right back. Um, Sorry about that. So my cat is old, and she's like dealing with a lot of issues. So she made a mess, tried to clean it up. Won't go any further than that. She's outside. Usually what happens when that happens. Alright, so here we are, top of the first, game 2. Harry Dorsch on the mound facing Vince DiMaggio here leading off. Here's the pitch to DiMaggio as we scan around renovation-free Henderson Park here. Dorsch is 0-1 with a 4.3 ERA. And that's a fly ball to center, and just like that, it's an extra base hit for DiMaggio to lead off this game. DiMaggio with the double. And that brings up Fothergill with a runner in scoring position early. Here's the pitch from Dorsch. And that's a base hit into the gap in right center field that runs in. Fothergill heading for second. He'll be safe. So back-to-back doubles here. It's 1-0 LPs already in the first. Still nobody out, and Jake Stahl's up. Here's the pitch to Stahl. And that is through for a base hit. Fothergill looking to score as it gets by the right fielder. Stahl will get the second. Fisher with the error. And it will be 2-0 LPs. It ends up being 3-0 LPs as they add one more in the first. Germantown does not score, only gives up one hit. So we go to the top of the fourth here. Runners at the corners, 2 out. Bob Fothergill up. He scored in the first inning on a double. Here's the pitch to Fothergill. That's will hit ball to left field. That's high, that's deep, and it's gone. 3-run home run for Bob Fothergill, and Bonnie Lake is up 6-0 here in the fourth. So we go to the bottom of that inning. Germantown's threatening here with runners at first and second. Carson Kelly's up to face Jamie Moyer. Here's a pitch from Moyer. That's going to be a base hit to left. So it's the bases loaded with 1 out, and that brings up Tony Phillips. They really need a double play here to get out of this inning. Here's the pitch from Moyer. Ground ball to short. The throw to second is good. The 6-4-3 is true. 6-4-3. Moyer gets out of the jam, and they go to the top of the fifth, still up 6-0. Showboat Fisher is now over at first. It's 6-0. Bill Sweeney at the plate. Epa Rixey on the mound. Here's the pitch from Rixey. That's a well hit ball, and that's a base hit to the gap and left and off the wall. Run scores. Sweeney heading for third. He'll be in with an RBI triple. Still nobody out here, and it's 7-0 Bonnie Lake now. And that brings Larry Gardner up. Runner over at third. It's 7-0. Rixey in relief early. And that's a line shot. And that is a base hit to the gasoline sign and right. 1 run is in. Gardner heading for third. He will be safe. So back-to-back RBI triples here, and it's 8-0 LPs in game 2. They would end up scoring 7 in that inning. 1 in the 6th and 1 in the 8th. Germantown did score 3, 2 in the 5th and 1 in the 6th. So we're already on the last out here. Last chance for Germantown. They're down 15-3. The LPs have 20 hits. Germantown has 4 errors to go with their 3 runs. Moyer looking to go the distance here. And the pitch to Trash is a fly ball to center. DiMaggio will make the catch. And Bonnie Lake destroys Germantown 15-3. Into
deep left center from Mitchell, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
So, game 3, it will be Saberhagen against Farmer. That's a good match. That's a good pitching matchup. Hold on, I missed something here. So Germantown won game 2, 7-4. That's the game we missed. So we actually saw game 3. So yeah, we're now on to game 4. So we're up 2-1. So either we're up 2-1. We did not see game 2. We showed game 1 twice. I need to make a professional command. That will be coming soon. So it's going to be Saberhagen against Farmer, and if needed, the Jesse Hahn Slugfest mirror match in game 5. As for low cap, we're still in. We made it to round 2. Who are we facing in round 2? We won that game 16-8. We scored 8 in the 8th. Dear God Almighty. Now we're facing Belmar Brew Crew. Let's see if we can make a run there too. Be a good morning. Soriee is coming in now. We are good pretty much the rest of the way here. I forgot to hide the scores. We won that game 15-3. So we did get 3 packs. I mean, sorry, we won that game 10-8. So we won the Soriee. Saberhagen went. This was a slugfest from the beginning. We got the Farmer early. Home runs for DiMaggio, his 6th. Garver, his 3rd. The MVP of this is Bill Sweeney. Sweeney went 11 for 18 in this series. He hit 611. Oh, and Mitch Garver had 9 RBIs. So he had a choice of Mitch Garver, who had 500, slugged 1,000, and had 9 RBIs, or Bill Sweeney, who was basically on base the whole time. Big choice there. All right, so now that I've completely screwed that up, we did win 3 historical packs, which I probably would have saw anyways because can't hide that. Okay, so we're gonna go to the low cap. Yeah, we're gonna go to the low cap. It's gonna be game 1 of the low cap, round 2, best of 5. And we are facing the Belmar Bell Crew in round 2 here. It will be Blue Brissy against Cade Horton. I'm seeing a lot of Cade Horton. And we beat Cade Horton in game 5. We won 16-8, but it was mostly the bullpen. Oh no, we got to Horton early. He only lasted 2 1/3. So thank you, franchise. I thank you for the raid, by the way. You streaming tomorrow? About the same time, because I think I'm gonna go right towards the end of your stream again. I think that's working out. Because I can always start later, and I know that you being cheeky kind of overlap each other. So I'm trying to usually trying not to overlap too much between the 3 of us. All right, so you start at 10:30. I'm probably gonna start at midnight. I think I'm gonna start a half hour later, or like 11:45, because the Soriee doesn't really start till around 12 anyway. So I'll probably start later on the days I stream on Thursday and Friday to accommodate most of your stream on those 2 days. Wednesday, I'll be normal time. I'll start at 11:30. That's probably gonna be the longer stream anyway. But I think I'm gonna start later on Friday. Yeah, Thursday and Friday, so I can watch most of your stream and then just go from there. Because Cheeky starts earlier, so it's gonna be interesting to see what happens when Ezra's back. Because Ezra, I think Ezra starts earlier than Cheeky, anyways. But it's just interesting to see how that's gonna work out when he's back. All right, so here we are, game 1 of the second round in the open low cap. Ezra starts at 7:30. So really the 2 flexible people, the late night crew, is me and Cheeky. Cheeky starts earlier than you. and I start later than you. So I think it's gonna work out. We're just gonna overlap I think we're gonna overlap a little bit. Here we are, game 2 here. Or game 1 of round 2. I can't remember either. Well, I didn't start watching him until he started streaming OOTP, so I don't know. Here we are, Brew Crew against LPs. Franchise, once again, thank you for your support as always. Thank you for the raid. Get some sleep, because I'm probably gonna get some sleep later. It's so weird, but yeah, I'll get some sleep later. Okay, here we are, game 1. We're gonna start in the top of the second here, no score. Carson Fulmer pitching for the Brew Crew here. Yasmani Grandal is up with Russell Brandon over at first and Curry Foley at second. So the Iron Crew on the base pass here facing Fulmer. Here's the pitch. And he walks him. So bases are loaded for Jeff DeVannen. No score. Full count. 2 out. Fulmer's pitch. And he walks him too. So that's 3 walks for Carson Fulmer in this inning. It's 1-0 LPs on the walk. That brings Jim Presley up. Bases loaded with 2 out. The 1-0 pitch. And that's a ground ball to first. They should get out of this. The throw to first is not in time. The pitcher didn't get over in time. It allows Presley to be safe on the infield single. And it's now 2-0 LPs. That brings Adam Dunn to the plate. Fulmer in trouble, not getting help from his defense or himself. Here's the pitch from Fulmer. And he strikes him out. Nice pitch to get out of the inning. It's 2-0 LPs. So at the bottom of the inning, Lou Brissy pitching. Orestes Destrade over at first base. Here's the pitch to Serena. Ground ball to second. Good. The relay, 6-4-3 double play. Power ball to the pitcher. And we get out of that inning. So we fast forward to the top of the 5th here. It's 2-0 LPs. Brew Crew only with 1 hit in this game so far. Adam Dunn is at second. Jeff Bagwell's at first. Curry Foley, the DH, is at the plate. He has been red hot as of late. Here's the pitch to Foley. And that's a well hit. That's a no doubt home run from Curry Foley. Well over the bullpen and left. 3-run home run for Curry Foley. It's 5-0 LPs. They would add a run in the 6th, add a run in the 7th. So we're in the top of the 9th. It's 7-1 as the Brew Crew did score in the 6th. Here in the 9th inning, Urbano Lugo pitching for the Brew Crew, facing DeVannen, Presley, and possibly Adam Dunn. They're at the top of the order here. Here's the pitch. That's a base hit to right. It's over the right fielder's head and going all the way to the wall. DeVannen to second. Heading for third, looking for the triple. And he'll be safe. Gotta love the animation as they threw it home for no reason whatsoever. He would score. So we go to the bottom of the inning. It's 8-1. Lou Brissy looking to close this out and complete the game. Chase Utley at second. Jackie Robinson at first. Here's James Wood. Here's the pitch to Wood. And he pops him up. And it makes a catch. 1 away. Dunn called off DeVannen, by the way. That brings up Orestes Destrade. Here's the pitch to Destrade. And he walks him. So the bases are loaded. brings up Bill Serena. Here's the pitch to Serena. Ground ball to third. The throw home is in time. 2-away. So it's all up to Adam Dunn here. It's 8-1. 2 out here. The 1-0 count to Dunn. And he pops him up. Should be an easy play for Maxwell. I'm sorry, that's the Vannon. Makes the catch. Bonnie Lake wins 8-1 and takes a 1-0 lead here in round 2. So Bonnie Lake gets 8 runs and 15 hits. Everybody reached base. Only Brandon didn't get a hit, but he did walk twice. Fulmer went 4 innings. It looks like a bullpen game for Belmar, as it went Fulmer, Wright, Miller, Nate, and Lugo. They got to the bullpen, forced them into some errors. Lou Brissy goes the distance, really helps out the bullpen, scattering 6 hits and 3 walks, only allowing the run and 7 strikeouts in the victory. So Curry Foley is hitting .423 so far with 3 home runs and 7 RBIs. He's hitting .478. Yes, Minerva, you have made a max stream, which means you're up way too early, or you're heading to work, one of the two. So, Minerva, to recap, because you were probably sleeping through most of this stream, we won the Silver Soriee. So, we won the Silver Soriee in... Yeah, I figured you were at work. Or you're getting ready for work on one of them. I don't know. So we won the Soriee. I will show you how that went. We called every game but one. I missed a game. Well, I missed 2 games. Soriee. There it is. It's technically yesterday, so I can show it. So for the Soriee, we swept our way through the first 2 rounds. Got to the deciding game in rounds 3 and 4. Swept the semifinal and then won the final over Germantown 3-1. So we went 13-3. We won the tournament. Scored 112 runs. The offense did really good in this one. Bill Sweeney hit .611 in the final. He was 11 for 18. Garver had a home run and 9 RBIs in the final. It was just crazy what that offense can do. And I also won a silver quick while I was on, and I didn't see any of the stream. So it's been a good morning. I could say morning because I started just before midnight. How's your morning, by the way? And usually you would just miss my stream. I'm actually streaming later than I normally do at this time. I mean, I mess around. I might see D block at this rate. Either way, here we go at game 2. Belmar against Bonnie Lake. Round 2 of the daily open low cap here. It's 1,500. It's the same cap as silver cap. So I'm using literally my silver cap team in this tournament. So I did not go Cade Horton. Did not go with anything above a silver. I just kept the roster that I had in silver and just went with it. And it seems to be working because I won round 1 in a deciding game 5. He decided to go with a bullpen game. So I'm getting Cade Horton, Valdez, Otani, and Kluber. Normally I'd be scared of that, but that makes me realize he has nothing in the lineup. Yeah, this is his offense. He has Utley, Dunn, Wood, Robinson. And I have I decided to go a different route. So I have Garver, Presley, Dunn, Davis, Dickie Thon, who should be on every roster known to mankind, and DeJong. Like I went more with depth instead of the studs and duds here. So here we are, game 2, Brew Crew against LPs, round 2 of the low cap. And we will start in the top of the second. Bagwell's over at first. Justin Maxwell's up to face Horton. And we get to Horton early. Ground ball. It's going to be an and no throw. I heard Cheeky told me you had pulled a Silver DeGrom and sold him for what, 80K? I think it was like 80K or something like that. You got quite a bit. Or did you? I wish I could pull DeGrom, but I haven't had that chance yet. So here it is. It's 2-0 in the top of the third. I wouldn't blame you selling DeGrom at all. I'm in no rush to get Pedro myself. So if I had a DeGrom and it's still up there, I'm going to sell him. Here we are. Henry Davis at second. Jeff Bagwell's at the plate to face Horton. Here's the pitch to Horton. And Horton gives up another base hit. Run scores. It's 3-0 LPs here in the third. So we go to the top of the ninth. So nothing happened between the third and the ninth here. It's 3-0. Clyde Wright in the game for the Brew Crew, facing Bagwell, Day, and Devannon. Here's the pitch to Bagwell. And that's a base hit to left. So Bagwell here with a leadoff single here in the ninth, trying to get some insurance runs. By the way, Minerva, Bagwell plays in silver. He's that good. If you have Bagwell and you have a spot at first base or DH, use him, especially versus especially against lefties. Like him and Teixeira, or him and Tennant, or here, like have him versus left. I think Teixeira and Bagwell are going to be the meta duo when it comes to first base. But here we are. Connie Day's up. Nobody out. Jeff Bagwell over at first. Here's the pitch from Clyde Wright. And that's a well-hit ball to the right center. And that's a base hit to the gasoline sign in right field. Runner looking to score. And he will. Yeah, I'll show you the Bagwell card after the game. I would move Berkman to DH. Right now, Berkman's still a must-have. I mean, you could go Berkman, you can go Berkman, Bagwell. That would be the ultimate platoon first baseman. Berkman and Bagwell. But you could go that route. You can go Teixeira. You can go Tennant. You can go, well, no, Tennant is on the same side. So you can go Teixeira or Berkman with Bagwell at first base and be fine. Like really fine. Among the new cards, I think Castellanos is a playable card, and I think Mike Cameron's a playable card too. Mainly because there's not very many center fielders, although he is another one that is better versus lefties and righties. Need a guy that can help Owen Wilson on that side. But I think those two are good cards. Gio Gonzalez is a must-add for late silver because of his hitting. Yeah, I didn't see 24 Castellanos, but I'm a fan of Gio Gonzalez, and I'm a fan of Ubaldo and Jimenez, especially with no DH and caps, because he can hit. And he has really good hitting ratings if you haven't seen it already. So here we are. It's two runs in for the LPs. It's 5-0. Dickie Thon up Maxwell at second base facing right. Here's the pitch to right. That's a well hit ball to right field. That's high, that's deep, and it is off the wall. Run scores 6-0 as Thon heads to third on the triple. I'm pretty sure I'm getting the Cameron card regardless. I think, if I remember right, I brought up the scenario earlier with D block. I think you can go Everett, Cameron, and it's Davis. You can go Henry Davis at left field. You can go DeVannen at center or right, and you could go with Cameron. Either one, you could swap those two, and that'd be a really good outfield. I think Cameron would be dangerous. Him and Gio would be dangerous as combinators. Those are two scary cards. I think if they're combinated, they're gonna be really, really good. As we go to the bottom of the ninth here, it's 7-0 LPs. James Wood is leading off. So it'd be Wood, Robinson, and Utley here in the ninth. Here's the pitch. It's a well hit ball to right. That should break up the shutout, and it does. It's over the bullpen and right. So James Wood with the home run. It's 7-1 LPs. But there's now 2 out. Chase Utley is at second. Bill Serena's up facing Zach Greinke. Here's the pitch to Greinke. Or from Greinke. And that's a fly ball to center. Vanna makes the catch. And they're now 1 game away from round 3 as they beat Belmar 7-1. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, I really now Minerva, if you're listening, how do you feel about Mike Keegan here? I don't know what to make of this. I think he's good enough to be usable, mainly as a platoon person, as a right versus right. He's got a really good eye versus right-handers, so he's very usable. 144 versus right, he's usable. He's decent in the outfield. First, I don't think he plays as a first baseman. I'm looking more at the outfield for him. I think first base is going to be any combination of Bagwell, Tennant, Teixeira, Bagwell. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen the Bagwell card. I'm pretty sure you have. But here's the Bagwell card. Look at Bagwell versus lefties. He is playable. You should have it. If you're in PTCS, you should have it. It was the first card that we got. That was the here, you made it. Here's your consolation prize. He's the participation trophy, and he's one hell of a participation trophy. Like in bronze, it's Bagwell Joyner. Drop mic. And Joyner, I think, can play in silver too. Yeah, I got up to Apier. I sold Apier. I still have Grizzlonic, but I sold Apier because I'm not going to use him. But yeah, I also think like this how do you feel about Gio Gonzalez? I made a ceiling floor comparison to Dave Righetti, who was the diamond pitcher up on day 1 diamond pitcher. I think he's like similar to him in ceiling floor. I saw him Seawit got him and he used him against me when we both did no combinator silver, which I finished second in, and I beat him in round one. But I think the control is better than what it looks like because it says it's yellow, and I think it's closer to. I think it's closer, like for instance, for the heck of it, still gonna stay in this. But for the heck of it, because he is combinator eligible, when he gets to 5, he is league ready if someone were to get that. He's going to go for a ton if someone pulls him. I kind of hope I pulled that so I don't have to pay a ton for him. Because he would be the best pitcher by far at that level in silver. By far. I don't think it's even close if someone gets that card and gets it up to that level. And he's got teammates, so he might be decently upgradable too. I know it sucks. I know how people feel about it, but that's just the reality of it. As we get to game 3 here with Belmar, we'll start in the bottom of the inning. Framber Valdez on for the Brew Crew. Devannon and Bagwell on the base pass, and Adam Dunn's up as the offense trying to jump up early on Valdez. Here's the pitch to Adam Dunn, and that's gone. Well hit. No doubt home run for Adam Dunn, his first of this postseason, which is amazing. It's 3-0 Bonnie Lake already in the first. So we go to the top of the second. It's 3-0 LPs. Bob Miller pitching for the LPs. Runners at first and second. Jose Herrera up the bat. Pitch to Jose. And that's a diving stop. No throw, but it saves a run here. But the bases are now loaded with Jim Levy up. And Miller's pitch to Levy is a base hit up the middle. One runs in. And it's now 3-1. With still nobody out. And Craig Monroe will enter the box to face Miller. Here's the pitch to from Miller. And he walks in a run. Well, pull out what little hair I have. I hate that walking in a run. That brings up Jackie Robinson. That's big problems. Here's the pitch to Robinson. He strikes him out. Oh, thank goodness. He has struck out 2 in this game now. Big strikeout, 1 away. That brings Chase Utley. So you've got Utley, Dunn, and Wood due up here in this situation. Miller trying to get out of a jam. It's 3-2 LPs here in the top of the second. Ground ball and a true base hit, tie game. So Utley ties it up with a single. And there's still only 1 out, and Adam Dunn's up with the bases still loaded. It's a pitch to Dunn. Ground ball to second. They turn the 4-6-3 double play. They get out of the inning. But the Brew Crew score 3 in the top of the second. So we go to the bottom. It's tied at 3. So now there's 1 out. Russell Brandon into the box to face Valdez. DeJong over at first. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's a well-hit ball to left field. That's high, that's deep, and it will fly away. Home run for Russell Brandon, his 3rd of the postseason, and it's 5-3 LPs here in the second. Brew Crew won't score in the top of the 3rd, so we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Jeff Bagwell's now at first. Adam Dunn's up. Here's the pitch to Dunn, and that's a well-hit ball. That's the center field. It's way out of here. Home run for Adam Dunn. A 400-foot blast puts him up 7-3 here in the 3rd. So Rube Foster has mercifully entered the game after they teed off on Valdez. Now that Davis is over at first, Paul DeJong's at the plate. Here's the pitch to DeJong. That's a well-hit ball. That's a line shot, and it's gone. That got out of here in a hurry. Paul DeJong with his first home run of the postseason. It's 9-3 LPs. We're still in the 3rd, but we fast forward to the top of the 7th. It's 10-3 LPs on the touchdown early in the game. But now the Brew Crew is threatening with runners at second and third. 2 out. 0-2 pitch to Adam Dunn. And that's a base hit over to right field. This should score 2. It's over in the corner. 2-run score on the double from Dunn, and it's 10-5. 2 runs are in. James Wood is now at the plate to face Bob Miller. Dunn's over at second, and that's a fly ball, and that's gone. So Brooker with a 4 spot here in this inning. It's now 10-7, and we go to the bottom of the inning. It's 10-7. 23 combined hits for these teams, 17 runs. Urbano Lugo is now pitching for the Brew Crew. Jong over at first. Jim Presley's up. Here's the pitch to Presley. And that's a well-hit ball to left field. And we're just teeing off with a home run derby here. Home run for Jim Presley. His second home run of the postseason. And it's now 12-7 LPs. Now we got 1 run hidden here in the 8th. It's 13-7. Mitch Garver at third. Paul DeJong over at first. And Jim Presley up again. Here's the pitch to John Miller, who's in the game. And that's a well-hit ball to right field. Does this have enough? It does. Home run for Presley, his second of the game. And just like that with the field goal, it's 16-7 Bonnie Lake. We go to the top of the 9th. Last chance here for the Brew Crew. Adam Dunn at the plate. They only need 10 runs to win this. Here's a pitch from Curry Foley, the Human Victory Cigar pitching. Ground ball to first, easy play. They get out of this, and the LPs will move on to the round of 16 with a 16-7 victory over Belmar. So, Bonnie Lake outscored Belmar 31-9. Curry Foley in this series went 5 for 5 with a home run and 3 RBIs. He was the series MVP. He also threw 2 1/3 scoreless innings. 2 1/3 scoreless innings, 5 for 5, home run, 3 RBIs. A decent series from him. DeJong was 5 for 7. Bagwell was 6 for 11. In this tournament, they've scored a tournament high 69 runs to 36. The bullpen's gotten much better. Defense is getting there. Great zone rating, but the efficiency's not there yet. And we only have 1 error, which is a plus. Let's see. Done with game 3. Who are we facing in round? We're facing the winner of the Albany Senators and the T206s. T2 is a fully combinated team, which I'm not worried about. I should be, but I'm not anymore. Albany has a half combinated roster. Yeah, the Ed Walsh is a very good level 5. I'm glad that he only pitches once every 5 days, and it's not dead ball. Because this is a very, very scary card. I mean, you can get to him, but all he's done is allowed 2 runs in 18 innings. Went the distance, 128 pitches, and yeah, he's pretty good. Walsh is pretty good. But this is a mostly iron team. Yeah, it's a mostly iron team. They have Tinker, Jake Stahl. They have a level 5 Stahl. And level 5. Well, Fred Denlop's pretty good too, but that's not who I was trying to look at. See, Jake Stahl, even at a level 5 Jake Stahl, he's not as good as Jeff Bagwell versus left. So I don't know. And Joyner, And Wally Joyner is very good versus right. Like he doesn't have the power, but he gets on base. He's a very good defender. He's a better defender out of the two. So tournament files in. We'll see who won game fours here. All right, so they're going to deciding game 5. We're in a warpath with West Hartford here if we keep going. If it goes the way it's going, that could be a quarterfinal matchup. Who else is on this side? Oh, Seawit and Tactile going at it. That would I can't even speak today. Seawit, Hot Route, Tactile, Soul. No, that's the Soul knockoff. Soul knockoff with no combinators. Stratford. Yeah, so that's what we're sitting at here in the low cap. I'm gonna open those 3 packs before I sign off here. I'm just staying up long enough to I don't wake up my wife before her alarm goes off because I like breathing. So as for this silver quick, I know I'm out of the bronze one. That was gonna be done quickly. I'm not hiding scores anymore. Beat Cherry Hill. See, like this is my silver team now. I don't. Saberhagen's done well. Joe Mays, I'm still on the fence with. I don't know. I don't know because it wouldn't be a big loss, but I know I can't sell him. So I might just use him anyway. But he has not worked out. It's not worked out. Like it looks like it's a good card. It's funny that you say that, Minerva. It's so hilarious that you say that. I've went from 18. I now have 4 on my roster. Mays, Zachary, Byerly, and Shobo Fisher. I only have 4 combis on this team now. I went from 18 to 4. The tournament cards and the OOTP 25 cards are really strong in silver, and I think that you can make a team with. And I discussed this. I know we talked about it before, but I think it's a lot easier to start here than it is in iron and bronze because you can win without them. You can win easily without them. You can have a strong team without them. Like I could probably copy this. Add Gonzalez, Jimenez, and actually use Stanton. So it'd be Gio, Ubaldo, Stanton. And then right field, I could throw in any of the outfielders for from today's set and be just fine, if not better. I don't think the lineups are gonna be the same because you still can move stuff around. But I am 100. I'm now more convinced than I was before that you don't need combinators to win in silver. Perfect example. The quick that I won earlier. This is the click I won earlier. This is a perfect example. Semi-final matchup against Burlington. This is Burlington's roster. This is their full roster. It's level 4 or level 5. Fully combinated. Combinated team. I have 4. Keep that in mind. 3 of them are level 5, yes. But I only have 4. I won that series in 5. Every game was close. It could have went either way. Every game was close. So you can win without them. Like Tulsa, I think that has more combinators than me now. I'm literally killing time. I don't know if I'm gonna get to another game, but Tulsa's roster, they're half combinated. Granted, they're not like high level like Burlington, but they had quite a bit. I think they had they have 17 combinators. So they had 17. So the last 2 people that I faced had a combined 40 plus combinators. And I had 4. And I think the other team in that final was, or that semifinal was Health Conscious. They have none. That's a new team. And this is Health Conscious's roster, by the way. They don't even have better guys, but they went the route of just striking everybody and their mom out on the pitching staff. It's really weird that they went with 10 pitchers, though. Well, no, they have 11 pitchers. So they went with 11. They rely on contact. They rely on Babbitt probably a little too much. But their pitching, they're all about striking people. May, Miller, Morton, Pavetta, Rissy, Espinito. Like, they don't even care if they walk or not. The only 2 guys that even have control is Swindell and Javi Vasquez. That's it. Is there anybody else on? There is not. Don't know if Deep Walk's going this morning. I don't see him on. Trying to see where I can send you guys. Time cop. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna end this here because it's 4 a.m. in the morning and I have not gone to bed yet. Whereas most of you have probably just woke up in America, and are probably on their way to work or at work, one of the two. So one last look here around we're playing here. That's just a, oh yeah, I was gonna open those packs. Thanks for reminding myself. All right, so let's get these packs and then we'll call it here. Who do we get here? Bunch of dupes. Mike Schooler, that will help. Will help be food somewhere. Golden Diamond. Cecil Fielder. Hmm. You know what? Our first basements are... Oh, it's Boot and Klesko. They're both doing well right now. Oh, they won't. He doesn't play on my team yet. Dang it. All right, last one. I know. So Mike Bell and good old Jack Farrell. Another Jack Farrell. All right, so I'll just do that. See what happens. Minerva, you're minus 13. Is that the good old Pyrrhic? I mean, I'm in stone. But then again, I'm not. This is my main one. Let me see. I'll show you my packs only. I'm literally killing time until my wife's up and out of the room. So there's really not a whole lot you can do. If the RNG wants you, the RNG wants you. I would just keep chugging along. I mean, are you close to relegation? Minerva, if you want me to be with you, uh, tomorrow, I will be awake during Doc's spot. So I should be around. Although I did catch the VOD and I do like what D Block did. You're minus 29 and you're 2 games above the relegation line. I think you'll be fine. I think eventually they'll play to their potential, hopefully. Well, I was in first. Now I'm in second. I did give up the lead today. Oh, yesterday. But I'm gonna see who I can raid here. I'm done. I'm gonna do the same vein of Ezra. I'm just gonna send you to Retro Long Play, and you're gonna see a whole bunch of retro games get done quick. It's currently the Nintendo version of Aladdin, so I'm gonna send you guys there. Trying to hold out to see if anybody else hopped on here. But that's what we're gonna do. Just send me a Discord message in the morning. I'll get to it when I wake up. Alright guys. Thank you for staying by. I sold the Westrum. Oh yeah. Forgot I would put that combinator up on this team. Alright, once again guys. Thank you. And I'll see you tomorrow night.